because your home deserves the spotlight.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Pay. That's pay. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
Live from the Ingle studio,
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
the Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, and that way you would be able to join us for
Power Rankings Tuesday!
Off-season power rankings today in the Sportsocracy. We take the full look at the cap standings and the free agent wires and all the things.
This is a really bad time to tell two NFL teams you are LMNO screwed because you're bad and you're expensive.
Oh no!
I'll give you a hint. One of your quarterbacks, his name rhymes with Shedeur Sanders.
But I guess it won't be too long till we get to the Cleveland Browns on today's.
Kind of like when you hit 13 years old and you looked in the mirror and went, man, I'm ugly. Damn, I'm stupid, too. Yeah. It's going to be a rough life.
It is a Power Rankings Tuesday, so we will do all of the 32-1 worst teams to the best teams. And hopefully we won't spend too much time on the worst teams so we can get to the best teams.
We're going to spend about an equal amount of time on every team because it's important to give fans something to cling on to. Some of them are harder to do than others. I'll give you a hint. My team falls into that harder to do than others. Tanks is not far behind mine because you're not all that great and you don't have any money either. So... we're doing stuff.
Doing stuff on a Tuesday afternoon here in the Sportsocracy. Of course, you can hit us up in the YouTube chat for all of the frivolities. We'll be following along with the super chats and all of that.
I will warn you that my voice is way worse for the wear. This will be our last show live on radio for the week. We will have some other content coming out over the course of the week, but I'm a little worse for the wear. The football season's over. I need a few days of CP poos because I sound like Sling Blade's brother.
So, taking the nice little lull here at the end of the season. So, are we just jumping right into it?
I mean, I'm here for it.
We might as well because there's not really much else to talk about. There's no breaking news going on.
Breaking news: the starting two guard for Kansas may or may not have wanted to play last night. Don't know. Don't care.
Darren Peter, he's missed quite a few games this year.
Oh, have you not heard the latest on him? Of he got into it with Bill Self, so he got benched. He wasn't actually sick.
Oh, really? He didn't have the flu like they said.
Yeah, he didn't have the scoots. According to a staffer, they got into it, and Bill said, "Falafel it, bench him."
Interesting. And they still beat number 1 Arizona.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah. Funny how that works.
Yeah. Interesting. We will have.
This is a great time for me to say, you keep telling me this kid's like Kobe Bryant. They're better without him. I know. I saw him in person, like right in front of me.
Yeah, but he played in that game.
Not well, he didn't.
We do have Tar Heel basketball tonight on ESPN Asheville, just for a programming note. Carolina and Miami tonight at 7 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Pregame begins here on ESPN Asheville. The worst team in the power rankings for the 2026 off-season power ranking
Well, for me, this wasn't all that hard because all you had to do was find a team that's real, real bad and find me a team that is crushed against the salary cap. It's the Cleveland Browns. It's one thing when you look at that roster and go, hey, who's your best offensive player? Quinshad Judkins. What about from there? Because you get Jerry Jeudy real fast. David Njoku's already said, I'm not coming back. And then you realize that you bury the lead of their $65 million over the cap. How is that team $65 million over the salary cap? How many starting linemen do they have signed right now? Of their 5 starting linemen, how many are under contract for 2026?
I'll say none.
It's the same number that's in this room with us right now. Big old 0. Got a big old Z. 0, not a 1.
So you're $65 million over the cap without paying Wyatt Teller.
Or Joel Bitonio.
Who had a big number, right? Didn't he have a pretty sizable contract?
Who was up there?
Joel Bitonio's been around forever. So he had to have been in the high teens.
I mean, look at the Cleveland Browns right now and go, I know blank is set in stone.
Shedeur Sanders.
Dylan Gabriel.
I'm going to bet he's
That's not set in stone.
I don't know. It seems
now,
pretty
it might
set
be
in
for
stone.
Todd Monken because he's a goober.
I don't think it's for Todd Monken.
Oh, you're saying it's...
I'm saying it's set in stone for the ownership.
Yeah, it could be.
And the ownership has decided. We have decided.
It is decided.
This is Shedeur Sanders' team, apparently. I mean, was it true, all of the things that we heard about the Kevin Stefanski blow-up and all of that? Because that was apparently over Shedeur Sanders.
My problem is I cannot, with a clear conscience, look at any quarterback that was that bad and go, that's set in stone. And if any of you say, but he was a Pro Bowler, I'm going to mock you.
So the Cleveland Browns need everything.
Outside of an edge rusher, what's you got one linebacker. You should have another one coming back next year.
You got one corner, I guess.
Kind of. He wasn't as good last year as he's been in the past. I mean, there's just not a lot here, and you are crushed against the salary cap.
Yep.
Cleveland's going to be really, really, really – I didn't know the salary cap situation was as bad as it is. That, for me, I mean, that's one of the 5 worst teams in the NFL. Then you add in what they're going to have to cut to get under the cap. It's not easy to figure out how they get under the cap in the first place.
Well, I mean, because they have to they have guaranteed money going out to Deshaun Watson still.
Yep. Yep, they do.
So you can't, like, there's nothing you can do to restructure that or move it or anything, is there? That's guarantee is a guarantee.
You're kind of there.
Yeah. Oh. Number 31.
This is where it gets a little tougher for me because there's not as many teams that are just absolutely hemorrhaged against the cap. You know, you want to say the Jets here because the Jets are a really, really bad. That's a terrible roster.
Yeah.
But then you look at the Jets and go, okay, but you're the place that makes the most sense for Kyler Murray. And before anybody tells me, well, Kyler Murray's not any good, Kyler Murray is the prize of the quarterback offseason, and it's not even close.
And he's, you know, Fran Tarkenton compared to Justin Fields.
And you look at how much money they have. They're not losing a ton. So for me, I don't have the Jets at 31. My 31 is the Miami Dolphins.
Because what are you going to do?
It's not just that. They're already calling on Tua Tagovailoa.
Yes.
That's already come out that they're $27.5 million over the cap before they deal with him. They're going to have to eat practically that entire contract to move him. And I don't really know where he's supposed to go. Tua works in one system. And it is not the system you're getting ready to run. So you look at that and go, okay, find me a spot that makes any form of sense. You need somebody that runs heavy RPO and can use what he has. I can't find one because there's not a team that truly, honest to God, makes sense. And if they do, they already have a quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to take him on.
Right. Arizona, what is their offensive scheme now? Have they hired an offensive coordinator?
Oh, yeah, Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't worry, we're not going to have to. You won't have to wait long to hear Arizona.
You know what? We won't pile on to Arizona. Y'all just we'll leave you out of the Tua discussion. Don't.
He would work to a degree. The only thing is that you're going to have to eat some of the money of Kyler Murray to get the draft pick compensation. I just don't see how you can do both.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's the rabbit hole that I keep going down. Is that okay? Miami is about to eat. I don't think the Kyler deal will be as bad. Because I think one of these teams, and that team is the New York Jets, is going to eat more of that contract than you think. There's no reason to eat the Tua deal. I know for a fact you will cut him if I just don't give you anything.
Right.
So why would I not just make you eat it? I don't see a trade partner. Now, when he hits unrestricted free agency, maybe somebody's interested. I struggle to believe that. Because I just don't see a fit. He's a bridge to a young quarterback. There are no young quarterbacks.
Indianapolis.
Why would I do that with Daniel Jones? I'm getting ready to pay him $30 million.
But you won't have him to start the season, right?
What do I care? I have Anthony Richardson. If I'm going to do that, why would I not just play the young guy that I actually drafted?
I forgot about AR.
You can do that with every single team.
Mm-hmm.
It just doesn't make any form of rational sense.
And then what the question outside of that is, what else do you have planned? Because I've heard chirping about getting rid of Tyreek Hill.
Well, the chirping on Tyreek Hill is that he's basically said he's done. Okay, somebody has to want you first, and your deal's a little onerous. Not the most fun thing to deal with, especially for a guy that's a speedster coming off a knee injury.
Mm-hmm. There's not a lot to look forward to in Miami. $27.5 million over the cap, and you got to deal with Tua. Number 30.
Oh, and by the way, I should have said this from the jump. So the cap numbers you're getting are the estimated cap space from ESPN. So, like with Cleveland, that's with the dead cap from Deshaun Watson. So moving on from him, going Shedeur, Dylan Gabriel. There are a few of those where it fluctuates the number by a lot. You had to, I think the rules were you had to get to 53 players. So like Washington does not have I think they have 36 guys under contract. So their cap number doesn't look exactly the way it's going to look. These are all projections. Some of it could change. I didn't find many that I thought were going to change by a lot. Like right now, Cleveland shows $3 million in cap space. You don't have $3 million in cap space.
Number 30.
Somebody said that in the chat. I had to get in front of that.
That's good.
The tiebreaker here for me was one of you I think is going to end up with the better of the quarterbacks in the situation. My number 30 is the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona has talent. I'm not sure how long it's going to take for you to activate all this. And look, I like your receivers. I think when you add Francis Maui-Noah, and I'm getting more confident by the day that that's who they're going to take at 3. There are building block pieces in place. The problem is that you're dead set on moving on from Kyler Murray. I don't know who's supposed to land in that spot.
Unless you're just going to go back to the Jacoby Brissett.
I mean, that's what they're going to do.
Right.
I just don't know how well that's going to go. I mean, because now the offense has changed, and now you're putting him into that Mike LaFleur offense, and I'm in my head going, I think I saw a very similar version of this with Zach Wilson, and it did not go particularly well. Now, it would go worse with Kyler Murray. The Jets are so fluid, and by the way, they're my 29. The Jets are so fluid that I know for what Frank Reich's going to do because I've seen it. It's the closest facsimile to an offense that I think Kyler Murray can succeed in, and they have the money to withstand it. Arizona, I'm looking at you going, okay, we're going to do Jacoby Brissett for a year. Then you may have won too many games to get the quarterback you want, and then you're spinning the wheel of quarterback destiny next year hoping that there's 5. And I don't feel great about that. I really don't.
I'd rather take my chances doing that, though.
Joshua Pennick said, we hate the Hackett thing way too much. For me, I don't really care about the Nathaniel Hackett thing. The problem is that I can't find a quarterback that makes – I don't think it's going to work with Jacoby Brissett. I've seen him in an offense that's close to this. And LaFleur is going to be the one installing the offense. It's not that I'm trying to heap on Nathaniel Hackett. And I see Pennick said it's Malik Willis. You're not going to like what you pay him. Malik Willis is going to get a Sam Darnold level deal, which will age like milk left outside in Columbia, South Carolina.
Please don't do that.
$36 million from Malik Willis is crazy. Do you know what his completion percentage is the last 2 years?
I will guess it's...
I'll give you a hint. It's the exact opposite of what you think it'd be.
43.
79%. 79%. And we're looking at him as, as a 79% passer, we're still looking at him going, I don't know.
I've never seen him. I've never seen him be good.
I don't see it. I also don't think it is as. I don't think that is as clear cut of a fit with Mike LaFleur as people think.
Mm-hmm.
People they see that last name and they don't realize that there are very little subtle differences between Mike and Matt LaFleur. I don't like the idea of that. There are places I like Malik Willis. I think he can be a. I'm trying to think of the adjective I want to use here. Decent starting NFL quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
By comparison.
Shedeur Sanders level Pro Bowler. Let's go.
I will warn all of you, he's really trying to bait me into rage today because I'm like right on the I'm on the lip of rage. And he's trying to kick me into the chasm. It's just hard for me to find your path out.
Yeah.
Because you've got money. But a lot of that money is going to get eaten up by Kyler Murray. I mean, because when you trade him, you're kicking a lot of this in. So I don't think you have the path to contention in a year. Now, give it 2 years, 3 years. All right. We're getting closer, but we're not there yet. Now, my Jets, you have a boatload of money and you have 5 first-round picks in 2 years. Even with that, you're still the 4th worst team in the NFL looking forward. That's hard to do. You almost have to try.
You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville, number 29 in the 2026 Offseason Power Ranking. Coming up next.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
The U.S. goes for gold in the mixed doubles curling as Corey Dropkin and Corey Teese face Sweden today after already securing at least a silver. Dropkin says they're excited for the gold medal match.
Grinding that out. We're going for gold. We're looking forward to it.
The Americans have another podium chance today as Ralph Connor, Alex Hall, and Mac Forehand compete in the men's free ski slopestyle final.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
The key to spring cleaning is starting early with Zero Res Air Duct Cleaning. Get the dust and debris out of your ducts now with 20% off standard cleaning services. Call and mention Rock 105.1 or book online at ZeroResAsheville.com.
The iHeartRadio app now has presets, just like in the car. You're our number one. Make us yours. ESPN Asheville, the mountain's favorite sports station, streaming 24/7. Your home for the Sportsocracy. Weekdays at noon. The Tar Heels and Atlanta Braves baseball.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. St. Paul, Minnesota is curling country, and Tabitha Peterson is its strategic mastermind. As the skip of the women's squad, she's known for her calm demeanor and clutch shot making under extreme pressure. After leading her team to World Championship medals, she returns to Olympic ice with unfinished business. Peterson's experience gives the Americans a fighting chance against the world's best, and she's ready to sweep her way to the podium. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
I'm Scarlett Johansson. My family relied on public assistance to help provide meals for us. These meals fueled my involvement in theater and the arts as a child, which fostered my love for acting. The Feeding America network of food banks helps millions of people put food on the table. You can join the movement to end hunger by donating, volunteering, and advocating. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
All right, people, it's Valentine's Day. Everything has to be perfect.
Yes, Chef! At Ingalls, we know that not every Valentine's Day is four-star perfection, with string quartets and swanky restaurants.
My boyfriend bought me flowers.
That it's not the money you spend or the elaborate lengths you go to.
Happy Valentine's Day!
It just has to come from the heart. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
This weekend, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville has cooked up a big party for Mardi Gras. Friday night, get your whole crew together, especially the kids, for a big screen showing of The Princess and the Frog with popcorn, a s'more station, and a hot cocoa bar. Saturday, it's the Bears Bazaar from 11 to 3 with local vendors, music, and great food. And then Sunday, rise and shine with breakfast specials and live music before the Mardi Gras parade. Mardi Gras weekend at Bears Smokehouse Barbecue, downtown Asheville. More details at bearsbbq.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
Welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy is heard everywhere you go on the iHeartRadio app, and it is a Power Rankings Tuesday, number 29.
The New York Football Jets.
2026 offseason. How does it shape up for the gangrene? Gang.
The only way I can explain the New York Jets is you are the only loser franchise that's loser enough to have 2 first-round picks, both in the top 16, in a class that only has 1 quarterback that belongs in the top 16. That's a skill. Mm-hmm. That's hard to do because it's only happened like 3 times in the last 20 years. Somehow the Jets have been looking for a quarterback in all 3 of them. It is mind-boggling how badly the Jets have handled trying to find a quarterback. Then you realize that probably their best guard. Actually, their 2 best guards because Vera Tucker would be playing guard now too with Mimbo. They're both free agents. How is a team that is completely bereft of talent have 3 of the top 40 free agents on a market? How does that happen? Because you have Breece Hall, Elijah Vera Tucker, and John Simpson. Mm-hmm. That might be 3 of the 7 best players on this team. And I don't think you're going to re-sign any of them. I think Breece maybe gets franchised, but I don't know how relations are between him and the team. And if you take Breece Hall off this team, you think that offense was bad before? Holy good googly moo.
Well, that's part of the goal, though, isn't it? Aren't you in full tank mode? You add 2 draft picks to this team in a class that does not have quarterbacks.
The Jets are one team that I look at and go, I think they have, what, $70-some-odd million in cap space?
This says 58.6.
Yeah, well, you got to get down the guys that are going to be out, guys that are going to be moved. I think I had them at 77 and some change.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be big players in free agency. I really don't. I think this is a team that lathers up, does it again next year. Aaron Glenn, buddy, I hate to tell you this. May the odds forever be in your favor because I don't think this team's going to be any good.
Mm-hmm. Especially if you get rid of the best player.
The one caveat is that maybe you lather it up with Kyler Murray and you try to go Kyler Murray, Garrett Wilson, maybe Mekhi Lemon. You take him at 16. You add a piece to the defense. I think it would be Caleb Downs. A lot of people say Arvell Reese. That would be the jettiest thing in the history of time to do.
Take Arvell Reese.
Let's take an off-ball linebacker at 2. Probably the least valuable position in the league. Oh, by the way, Quincy Williams. I forgot about him too.
Mm-hmm.
He's free agent as well. That's great. That's a well-run team. Woody, you're doing a bang-up job. Love everything you're doing, bro.
I was going to say, you've got the money to re-sign the guys. The question is, should you?
Well, Quincy Williams, you benched in the middle of the season for absolutely no reason. So I'm going to go. Oh, and you traded his brother. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say you're probably not going to re-sign him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But think about that, how talented this team was before those trades.
And they still sucked.
Yeah.
Like, you were bad with good players.
Mm-hmm.
How bad do you think you're going to be with bad players?
You're trying to reset the decks here, and unfortunately, you don't have Joe Douglas to build this team for you.
Joe D.
Draft.
Miss you, Blue. Miss you, Blue.
Number 28.
Oh, it would probably help if I had the list up, wouldn't it?
That would be great.
I mean, it does help when you have the list up.
I mean, I could just make them up if you want me to.
The Dallas Cowboys.
That would not have been my next team. Okay.
Dallas, do you know how much, and this is estimated cap space with different moves that you're either going to make or are projected to make.
Mm-hmm.
So this is adding the franchise tag with George Pickens.
Okay.
Because they're $29 million before – they're $29 million over the cap before they do that, and they don't have enough players on the team. They're at $80 million over the salary cap.
Jeez.
They don't have a whole lot of contracts to move around. So maybe they trade George Pickens. I don't know. But when you add that franchise tag in, it gets really hard to figure out how Dallas is going to add anything to that defense. And the defense is a sieve.
I bet you they don't. I bet you they don't let George Pickens out of that.
I don't think you can because the defense is so bad, the offense has to carry you.
Mm-hmm. Well, I also feel like Jerry won't let that happen.
Probably not. Probably not, because he looks at George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and goes, those are Dallas Cowboys right there.
Exactly. Once he sees a toy, he doesn't want to let it go. I mean, unless he's the
it's Micah
talent,
Parsons,
right? A generational talent on the defense, and then he's like, that's fine.
Micah,
that's right.
We don't need Micah. I swear to you, I think Jerry Jones just sat in his office and went, "What if we just don't play defense? Can't be bad at it if you don't try."
But the problem is you pay George Pickens as well, and then you end up basically not playing defense because you have to trot out dudes like me and Jeremy.
Yeah, Savone Revel. You remember when I said, man, this kid's really good? Not in that defense, he's not. In that defense, he and Casper the Friendly Ghost had one thing in common. Absolutely no impediment to a wide receiver.
Yeah, you pay all of the stars on offense, and then you end up having to start guys like Odedeo Odelayi. I don't even know who the hell that is.
That would be Odingbo. Odingbo plays in Chicago.
No, this is a defensive end. Odedeo Odelayi.
I don't know how his name's pronounced. I know for a fact it's not what you just said. That team's not good.
No.
And they're somehow going to get worse. Because basically,
they'll be fun offensively, won't they?
Anything that's not just absolutely glued to the ground, they're going to have to get rid of because they're going to be so far over the cap.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, this is what happens when you trade a guy like Micah Parsons. You get the picks back. Okay, we'll add a couple first-rounders. Those first-rounders are not premier picks. So you're going to add two guys that come in and, 2 years from now, they'll be great. You're going to have to completely yard sale this team. And so it's going to be Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens against the world. The defense is giving up 47 points a week.
And again, hopefully you get to 7 wins.
They make the 2025 New York Jets look like the 85 Bears. This will be fun.
You're in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. A Power Rankings Tuesday, looking at the 2026 NFL offseason. We'll be right back.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Good push now, sunshine and a beautiful afternoon. Got to remind ourselves on days like this in early February that it's early February. Sunny 68, tonight 45, maybe a little rain after midnight. Chance of rain early tomorrow, then some sunshine, breezy 55. Thursday, mostly sunny near 50. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stager.
This report is sponsored by Aleve. Life doesn't wait, and neither should you. Aleve can help you deal with pain less throughout your day. With just one pill, Aleve lasts up to 12 hours. Don't let those aches and pains hold you back from doing what's important to you. Use as directed.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the official audio home of NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, and iHeart is the home of the NFL Podcast Network. Just search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles. Low prices. Love the savings.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we're Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo! Boy, you must be outside your mind.
The Sportsocracy.
Just a bit outside. He tried the corner and missed.
We're back on ESPN Asheville. It's a good day to have a laugh.
Oh.
Just throwing that out there.
I've laughed a lot today. And then for me it's been like bipolar day. Just laugh and then yell a lot.
Jeremy, here's another chance for you to get a chuckle. If you may. You know, we talk about there's curses on some teams about the injuries that surround their programs. What's happening in San Francisco is completely different. And I want to be the first to say that power plant is going crazy because we've had another one Keon White got shot in the foot.
I don't think that had anything to do with the power play.
Are you sure? Because I don't know. I mean, I don't know how this happened. I have no details other than downtown San Francisco yesterday, Keon White was shot in the ankle.
A gun was discharged. The bullet came out, and his ankle was in the way. There you go. That's good. That's enough to tell you it didn't have anything to do with the power plant.
I don't know if that's true or not, because if this is a self-inflicted wound, that could be brain damage. That's
Your brain took that in a place that mine did not.
No, you thought he was stepping out into the San Francisco war zone and there were just bullets flying everywhere?
No.
Because my brain immediately went to, why did Keon White shoot himself in the foot? And please, can we have the security camera footage somewhere?
Yep, that's not what my brain did. My brain also can't wrap itself around my story, which is All-Star game. Everybody excited for the NBA All-Star game? Tens and tens of people just waiting with bated breath.
Mm-hmm.
We got the list of all the guys that are competing in the – I won't bore you with the slam dunk participants because outside of Jalen Duren, I'm going to go out on a limb and say you don't know who any of them are either. But I noticed a name on the three-point shootout list that struck me. Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard hasn't played in a game all year.
Mm-mm.
He ruptured his Achilles.
Mm-hmm.
But he's not why is he shooting in your three-point shootout if he's not playing? I mean, you got him and Con Nipples out here just banger after banger.
Mm-hmm.
He can't play.
Can he not play, or is he just?
Oh, I mean, Portland shut him down because.
Out.
He couldn't physically play. He has not worked out yet. Do you not find that strange? I mean, maybe I'm looking at it from I've never ruptured an Achilles, but I've heard. And I will say I don't think the first heavy work you should be doing is a three-point shootout.
Well,
this
you'd
just feels like
practice.
A recipe for kind of stupid.
You'd be doing this in practice, wouldn't you? I mean, you're just
depends on how much work he's been brought back for. To everything I can find, he's done nothing more than light work. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Now I feel like this is the first. I mean, this would be the first thing I would let him do.
This is like Shohei Ohtani having Tommy John surgery and saying, "I can't play, but I'm coming back for the home run derby." That's dumb. That's a dumb thing you just said.
Unless he's already healed from it and ready to come back. And then if this is the warm-up, then I'm fine with it. I don't think this is too out of the ordinary. I mean, it is very out of the ordinary that you would have a player that doesn't play in the three-point competition. However, your slam dunk champion for the last 6 years in a row, I feel like, has been that idiot who doesn't even play in the league.
Mac McClung. Hey, he's playing. He's playing in the rookie sophomore, the Rising Stars Challenge.
Scoozy,
how are you a rising star when I think I played against you?
Well, look, see, if he just keeps coming up, he can be a rookie every year.
For sure.
He's the first 36-year-old rookie in the history of the NBA.
Hell, at the rate we're going, he'll be playing at BYU next year.
Oh, wait, we had Arvydas Sabonis once. Forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, Arvydas Sabonis was a 32-year-old rookie. He was the first rookie that ever really needed an advance on his rookie scale deal to pay his alimony.
Precisely.
Arvydas Sabonis had a hairline that made tanks look strong. His rookie year in the NBA.
That's awful. Don't talk about him like that. It's not like he's one of the Zeller brothers.
Oh, yeah. Y'all had that pointy head thing in common. We have a super chat from Great North Sports.
Okay. Oh, shoot. There it is.
Because it's all about the money, money, money. All about the money, money, money.
He said, Copycat League, weak quarterback draft class. How many teams look for a Sammy D redemption story in free agency? Mac Jones, I'm looking right at you. But not really in parentheses. You shouldn't. You were 100% right until you said not really. Somebody will make a move on Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm.
There are three quarterbacks that I'm looking at going, you're starting for somebody next year. I'm just not sure who it is. Mac Jones is one. Justin Fields is another. Tanner McKee is the third. Those three quarterbacks are all starting somewhere next year because I'm looking around going, I don't think anybody's going to look at Garrett Nussmeier and go, yeah, let's do that. What's his best quality? He's real smart. So is Howie Roseman, but I'm not starting him at quarterback either.
Mm-hmm. There has been one of these every year.
McCorkle is the next.
How many years? It's been like 6 years in a row, dating back to Geno Smith.
You find me a team running that Shanahan-style offense, I will find you a team that is in the running for Mac Jones.
Arizona Cardinals.
I don't know how the money works out, and you're not trading him within the division.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Wasn't thinking about that. There's that little bug about. Although, if they offer enough, you could have him. Is San Francisco really upset if they had to get Mac Jones over to
San Francisco's probably looking around going, hey, we're paying Brock Purdy $1 gajillion. Why did $14 Mac Jones look better?
Oh, that never factors into it. You can't allow that into your brain or it'll keep you up at night.
The best way I can explain that is, and my wife has done this before, she buys a dress and she's like, oh, isn't it so pretty? And then I see another one that she got at Ross and I'm like, that one's a little higher cut, a little lower cut where it's supposed to be. I like that one a lot. It was $7. The other one was not. We should stick with that second one. I like it a lot. That second dress is Mac Jones. The first one is Brock Purdy. I'm not sure that was worth what you paid for it.
It could be a little bit expensive. Mac Jones, he's the TJ Maxx version.
For sure.
Next
I was
up,
trying to think of somebody to throw under the bus that's way too expensive for what they are, and I could not figure one out.
2026 offseason power rankings. What are we at, 28?
No, 27.
27.
The Las Vegas Raiders. Hey, you get a quarterback and you got a whole boatload of money.
And I cannot wait to play in the NFL because the NFL stands for National Football League, and it is one of my favorite sports to watch in the entire world.
It's not even Fernando that bothers me. It's that I'm looking at your defense going, there's two players over there that I really like. One of them's a free agent, and the other one has apparently told Tom Brady he will retire before he plays for the Raiders again, and that is Max Crosby.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, you heard this here first. Watch Max Crosby end up in Seattle. Reigning Super Bowl champions end up with Max Crosby.
No way.
I've heard that.
I'm not saying it can't happen. I'm just saying
I started hearing that at the Senior Bowl, and I've heard it a lot since. Of that, Seattle's got some money, and they're going to let a couple of these guys walk. Boya Mafe, I've heard that one a lot. That somebody's going to give him a deal that they're just not going to contend. Seattle loses a lot of players, but they've got a boatload of money.
Okay. Max Crosby, that'd be the home run swing.
No doubt.
Season.
Yeah, we want to win another one. So now you have to deal with DeMarcus Lawrence and Max Crosby. Good luck.
Mm-hmm. Number 26.
The New Orleans Saints. I like what you did last year. You added Tyler Shuck. As we affectionately refer to him, Shuck around and find out.
Mm-hmm.
You got Kelvin Banks. There's a decent amount to like here. And then you get to that, oh, my God, how are you still in cap hell? This team has been in cap purgatory for like 14 years.
And they're still $26.5 million over for next year on the approximate figure. Right, the approximate figure.
Mickey Loomis was told about a void year, and he went, everybody gets 3 of them.
Yep. He loves them.
He's like a little kid that found his first chocolate chip cookie and went, oh, my God, I want to eat this every day for every meal.
Well, he's like a sorority freshman who has daddy's credit card and just goes, screw it. I could have it all because daddy's not here to tell me no.
I like where the Saints are headed. I think they're still a year away. I will tell you, Carolina's higher on this list than you would think they would be because I'm looking around that division going, ooh. Tampa Bay loses a lot. Atlanta only has one pass rusher left and no quarterback. The Saints are still a year away. If Carolina doesn't win this division, something very bad happened.
So the New Orleans Saints, so you're saying there's a chance for them to start building toward a division championship.
Ooh, here's the fun one, because this is one of the weirdest things you'll ever hear me say out loud.
Mm-hmm.
If you told me I had to power rank the potential champions of the NFC South, Carolina would be minus money. I mean, they're minus 350 to win this division next year. My 2 would be New Orleans. They have another home run draft class like that. I think Tampa Bay is going to crash into the rocks. And Atlanta, I really like Stefanski, and I like the offense. I'm afraid the defense is going to regress with no James Pierce Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And now you have no first-round
doubt.
picks, and now it's just Jalen Walker. And everything I said about him comes to fruition of he can't be the only one. I don't think I've ever seen one off-field screw-up, and it was a catatonic one. I don't think I've ever seen one of those change how I feel about a franchise as much as Atlanta has. Because I don't know how you build the defense.
I was going to say it was one of the only bright spots that they had was the fact that they had the terrifying, twosome of the rookie pass rushers that they got last year. You take one of those away, obviously you're taking – I think you're taking away the more talented of the two.
I do too, and I think you're taking away the ability to play Jalen Walker in the way that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you're going to need an outside presence. You have no first-round pick. You're not flush with cap. You're going to have to find a solution at quarterback because I'm not positive Michael Penix is going to be ready week 1. I mean, there's just a lot of yeah-buts with Atlanta for a team that, they've got, $26 million in active cap space? That's if they don't re-sign a soul.
Yeah. But we're supposed to be talking about New Orleans here.
Mm-hmm.
And with $26.5 million already over the cap, do they have a chance to get Chase Young extended?
Oh, he's already been extended.
Has he been extended?
Yeah, they've already extended him.
Oh, okay. Well, at least there's that.
The thing for New Orleans is I'm looking around going, you're losing Alontae Taylor, potentially, Demario Davis, and Luke Fortner. I don't really think any of that's going to have a huge role on New Orleans moving forward.
Maybe DeMario. He's kind of the defensive leader. He's
37 years old.
Is he that old?
He is 37 years old.
Wow.
Or will be before the first game of next year. I don't know exactly when his birthday is.
He's just like the ageless wonder.
Andreas Pinckney said they can get back into the clear this year by just extending Olave or adjusting Chase Young into void years, or adjusting his void years into real years, which I've heard both sides are interested in doing. New Orleans is the only team on this list that their effective cap space for me is better off than what you'll find on a list.
Mm-hmm. At number 26.
Oh, 26 was the Saints.
Or 25.
The Tennessee Titans. You have a lot of money. I'm not real sure how after you went just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs last year. But the thing that scares me about Tennessee is I've seen what you've done with a lot of money, i.e., $25 million a year for Dan Moore. I don't know that makes me feel all that good. I'm not looking at them going, yeah, that's going to be good. Tennessee's just one of those teams that scares me with money. It's like the Jets used to be. You remember back in I guess that was the mid-2010s when the Jets, with that real bad slide started, and it seemed like they won free agency every single year.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I'm at with Tennessee. Because you got Calvin Ridley, you got Dan Moore. None of that panned out.
Do you trust this new establishment to make a difference?
No, because Mike Borgonzi was the one that handed out the money to Dan Moore last year. I mean, it didn't make a lick of sense. That offensive line ended up being exactly what I told you it would be. And you've basically got Cam Ward going into almost a second rookie year. I saw flashes of him late, which is why they're this high.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that defense lines up decently well for Robert Saleh. But the thing that scares me about Tennessee is I don't know what you're going to put around him. And I don't think I've ever been as convinced that a player's going to get a bad deal as Alec Pierce. And I've never been more convinced that it's going to the Tennessee Titans than I am right this second.
Yep. Number 24.
The New York Football Giants. You don't have a lot of cap space. Your quarterback is Crash Bandicoot, and your running back is actually worse than him in that regard of self-preservation's not high on their list of things to do. I mean, Wan'Dale Robinson probably leaves, so you're right back in that same position of we've got to find a two to Malik Neighbors. Neighbors coming off an injury. I think the front seven is fine, but the secondary is abysmal. You signed Paulson Adebo last year to be a one, which never made any sense. I don't see how this gets better. I know you're a big John Harbaugh guy, so talk me off this ledge of how I'm too low on the Giants.
Well, I mean,
I don't see it.
Well, I mean, this is not going to be okay, you went out and got John Harbaugh, and now, it's just a rejuvenation, and look at that. You're making the playoffs, and everything's fine. Obviously, they're going to have to build a better team than they've had over the last couple of years. The biggest question about all of this has been how did you not lump Joe Shane into all of this? How did you not just go, you know what, we need to reset the decks? I hate these kind of arranged marriages between GMs and head coaches and GMs. Like, I want everybody on the same wavelength here. Now, if whatever the deal was and Joe Shane is, quote-unquote, taking a step back, he's just sort of rubber stamping Harbaugh decisions, then I like this a lot better. But you're going to have to add talent to this team. And with money, you can do that, can't you? But you don't have a lot of it.
Nope.
I don't think there's a short leash here for John Harbaugh. And I don't think there's a whole lot of expectation in the first year either.
I do. I think that's why you brought him in, is because the Mara families, I think they're looking around going, we haven't been competitive really in a long time. Mm-hmm. We have a shot at a high-level coach, and I just don't think he makes you as competitive as everybody else does. I think you have a very flawed roster with a very flawed GM, and I don't think much changes here. I think this team looks strikingly similar to when they had Brian Daboll. I don't think John Harbaugh actually changes anything. And you gave him $100 million, which I still cannot fathom.
You are in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, and 1400. We continue with the 2026 off-season power rankings. We're just making our plans for next year. Trying to get all the ducks in a row, trying to make sure all the bills get paid and the debts get settled. The biggest question is how do you make the money shift, right? With New York, is there a way that they can save some money, build up some ability to spend more in free agency to retool this roster?
You have to be able to draft well, and they don't.
Mm-hmm.
They're one of those teams that you look at and go, best players they've drafted. It's because they fell in their lap. We needed an offensive tackle. Andrew Thomas fell in our lap. We needed a wide receiver. Malik Neighbors fell in our lap.
Mm-hmm. And maybe some of that Baltimore magic comes with John Harbaugh, and he gets to make some draft decisions, and this team can change. But it ain't going to be an overnight thing. We'll continue with the power rankings at number 23? 24 when we come back.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Good push now, sunshine and a beautiful afternoon. Got to remind ourselves on days like this in early February that it's early February. Sunny 68, tonight 45, maybe a little rain after midnight. Chance of rain early tomorrow, then some sunshine, breezy 55. Thursday, mostly sunny near 50. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Score major deals on top brands at Mattress Firm's President's Day sale. Find your dream mattress today. Their sleep experts are highly trained to find the right one to fit your unique needs. They make sleep easy.
Are you running for office and have a message you want every voter in your district to hear? Well, that's where radio comes in. Radio is your direct line to morning commuters, midday grinders, and late nighters. Radio puts your message right where your voters are. Plus, it's 1/10 the time and cost of video. Don't just campaign. Connect with millions all over the country. Even thousands in the smallest communities with radio. Call now and be on air in just 48 hours. 844-844-iHeart. That's 844-844-iHeart.
Hey, it's Ryan Seacrest here. And if you're looking for some serious fun, head over to ChumbaCasino.com. At Chumba Casino, you can play all your favorite social casino-style games for free anytime, anywhere. It's the most fun you can have on your phone or computer.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 21+.
All across the Tar Heel state.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup layup. Cannon in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3-0 but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champion.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shops.
This weekend, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville has cooked up a big party for Mardi Gras. Friday night, get your whole crew together, especially the kids, for a big screen showing of The Princess and the Frog with popcorn, a s'more station, and a hot cocoa bar. Saturday, it's the Bears Bazaar from 11 to 3 with local vendors, music, and great food. And then Sunday, Rise and Shine with breakfast specials and live music before the Mardi Gras parade. Mardi Gras weekend at Bears Smokehouse Barbecue, downtown Asheville. More details at bearsbbq.com.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, nice.
I can't believe it.
Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
At Ingles Weather, we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
These eventful times.
In times like these.
Interesting times, to say the least.
Make for eventful days.
You know, there's never a dull moment. And more is yet to come.
In any event.
We need ice out of Minnesota.
I'm staying till the problem's gone.
Law enforcement is working
tirelessly around the clock.
Deliver a peace deal sometime soon.
Ayatollah Khamenei warning of a risk of regional war.
Check in
Every hour. That's the way to go.
This is WWNC.
The Sportsocracy.
What are you people? On dope?
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bonus. That's bonus. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
The Sportsocracy.
It fires me up, man. I love it. Say it one more time.
Is gross.
Just earlier.
They are mature, actually. You just have to get to know them better.
Your lunchtime dose of dumbassery. Live from the Ingalls studio.
We are back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy heard everywhere you go. On the iHeartRadio app, seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com, click the live video link, subscribe to the channel, join us in the chat. Today is
Power Rankings Tuesday.
It is a Power Rankings Tuesday 2026 off-season Power Rankings since the Super Bowl is in the books. You won't be hearing either of those teams mentioned here for a while.
They're up there pretty high.
We're still in the poo tier. We haven't got to a good one yet.
Oh, we got a while till we get to a good one.
Okay. We're worked our way to number 23.
The Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, poor old Pittsburgh. Just sitting right here in the meaty clackers where they always live.
Well, I mean, if Aaron Rodgers retires, what exactly would you say your plan is?
Justin Fields, they can bring him back, can't they?
Or Will Howard. Go a little Will Howard. Go back down. Will Howard.
Will Howard.
Seriously, that's – you listen to people around that team, that's the plan.
Oh, they love him. Go ahead.
And I'll just tell you, as somebody evaluated him, I don't get it. I don't get it.
He's a winner. He's just a winner. Just like J.J. McCarthy. How'd that work out? I don't feel like you should. I don't feel like that's where you should put your eggs in this proverbial basket. I mean, Mike McCarthy being hired as the head coach, that tends to make me think that a reunion is likely.
Do you feel good about a reunion with Aaron Rodgers?
Do I feel like the outcome's
I feel
good?
better about it than Will Howard, but
I feel markedly better than anything else I could do. Because my choices at that point would be stick with Will Howard or pay Malik Willis?
Maybe.
Or am I going after Kyler Murray?
I don't think it would be Kyler. That one doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, where it goes from there?
Mac Jones?
Jimmy Garoppolo.
You make the play for Mac Jones?
They have a little bit of money. Joshua Penix asked, didn't they end on bad terms? There was a little animus, but they've been very complimentary of each other in recent years.
Right, and especially so far. So far, Mike's been asked about it, and he's been like, yeah, I'd do that in a heartbeat.
That's because he's looking around going, because if it's not Aaron, it's going to be not good.
And then Aaron was asked about it, and he seemed very amenable to a reunion. And that may just be out of desperation of if I don't do it with this team, then who's going to bring me in?
Aaron Rodgers said the other day, I was talking to my wife about this, and she said, because she's not real. Nobody's ever seen her. Anti-Teo's girlfriend. Come on.
Ah, got you. I don't keep up with my wife news in the NFL.
Yeah, nobody's ever seen his wife. And if it was anybody but Aaron Rodgers, I wouldn't go, he's married to a cantaloupe, isn't he? If there's any person that I've ever looked at and gone, I could see it.
Right.
I think it's Aaron Rodgers.
This is going to be a 30 for 30 one day, and this is going to be about the quarterback who married his dog.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers got married. What none of us see, now I'm hearing it in Keith Morrison's voice. He got married, but what no one knew, it was to a fig tree.
He married that ayahuasca bush he's been picking his berries off of. I don't know. Ayahuasca comes in berries? Does it? I don't know.
Usually comes in a cup. Here you go. Drink that.
That's only at the doctor's office, okay?
If your doctor's giving you ayahuasca, you got a weird doctor. I'm going to give you this cup of coffee, and then you get Dr. Woo-Woo.
The Pittsburgh Steelers and Mike McCarthy are destined to be exactly what they've been with Mike Tomlin. That is how I have seen this since the very beginning. That's why I hated the move when they made it. This doesn't change a damn thing. And I don't think this offseason really changes much either. You said they do have a little bit of money to spend.
Not a ton. About $30 million.
Okay.
It's not getting you a solid quarterback solution.
The question is, what else could I gain to make this team better?
I mean, that's been the problem with Pittsburgh forever, is that you're not bad, but you're not good either. And at some point, that's all well and good, and then it falls apart. As everybody gets old, and then you have that year where you look around and go, holy sheep shearer, what happened here?
Wouldn't you just love this team if it was, if they went out and brought in Wandale Robinson and and Kyler Murray? It'd be hot.
Great North Sports said, if your doctor gives you ayahuasca, your doctor's Dr. Phil. You can marry a shadow, but one day your friends are going to want to meet
her. 22.
The Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota is proof positive that if you screw up at quarterback, because, I've heard all this, well, Sam Darnold, just go get Mac Jones. Yeah, when you screw up a quarterback, it screws everything up. It's like putting jam in the trifle. No. You weren't supposed to put beef in the trifle. It was weird, and no one liked it. He's the beef in the trifle. It's a Friends reference.
Mm-hmm. We got it. You bring Kirk Cousins back.
Preparing to watch a lot of sitcoms in the next few months.
I'm paying Kirk Cousins dirt cheap to come back.
I don't know that he would. I don't know that didn't end so strangely that you almost can't go back. And I don't think you can bring in somebody that's going to compete with him. It has to be somebody that he's going to beat.
No.
That or you just have to replace it. The GM's out. If Kevin O'Connell's is out on J.J. McCarthy, as I think he should be based off what I've seen, you just got to replace him.
I'm most definitely bringing somebody in to compete.
Well, then why not go Mac Jones? Because you run a derivative of that.
If he's available.
Oh, he's definitely available.
San Francisco said the other day they ain't interested.
I believe John Lynch about as much as I believe Aaron Rodgers about his wife.
So, yeah, I'd make the call. Much rather do that because I at least have somewhat of a future if I can snag Mac Jones. This is just let me get the stink off of this out of the way, and maybe I get a little bit of nostalgia for the last year of Kirk Cousins' career, and I can figure out what to do next year.
Well, the problem is that I don't think Kirk Cousins is all that much better.
Then
if
Mac
I'm going to do that and tap out,
then J.J. McCarthy?
Yes. Ooh. Kirk Cousins at this point looks like he's wearing concrete shoes. That line's not good enough for that. It should be, but it's hurt all the time. You put him back behind that, he might die. I mean, he got pounded behind the Atlanta offensive line, and it's better than Minnesota. I mean, it's close, but I think you're too stuck in the nostalgia and not enough of the actual quarterback that you're getting at this point.
I still would take that every day and twice on Sundays over.
It would have to be
JJ.
my absolute last-ditch effort. Like, I'm going to chase Mac Jones. I'm going to chase whoever else I can get.
Mm-hmm.
And if that's my absolute last ditch, okay. I don't like it, but I'll do it.
Yeah. But before I commit to – see, that's the thing. I don't think I can commit to anybody else long term. I don't know. If the decision's been made to move on from J.J. McCarthy, then sure
you're not
can.
committing to any of these guys long term anyway. If you suck next year, you're gone too.
No, I was going to say
next year's the deep quarterback class.
You probably would if you got Mac Jones.
I don't think you would. I don't think anybody's committing to him. It's a question of, is that the best we can do right now to keep us all employed?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're so locked on the Sam Darnold, the Daniel Jones, all these guys that have had that second act. There's not one out there that makes any sense. I mean, Mac Jones is 1, 2, and 4 on that list. And look, I've already read this book. It doesn't go particularly well.
Mm-hmm.
But if you put him in a system that is derivative of Kyle Shanahan, maybe he could be a passable starter in this league. I mean, I still think Minnesota would go 7-10.
Who already has great wide receivers to work with.
A great wide receiver, but okay.
That's a pretty good core with him and Addison.
And then what? You got him and Addison. Addison, who's best in the slot. You got a tight end that runs like he's about 700 years old. You don't have a running back on that team. Yeah, when you read the headline, that's cute. Then you get below the fold and go, oh, bother.
Still better than New England. That's what I'm saying. It could be a whole lot worse. I'd rather have Minnesota's situation. Number 21.
The Atlanta Falcons. You don't have a quarterback and your best edge rusher is indisposed.
Mm-hmm.
This is not a good setup for you. I was really excited when you hired Kevin Stefanski, and then that story came out, and I went, uh-oh. Because I don't see no matter what happens, I don't see a way he plays a game next year.
No.
I mean, look, we say this every time somebody gets arrested. We're not cops. We're not detectives. We don't know. We know the same thing you know. I actually know one thing that y'all should know because I said it yesterday. I've actually heard this is worse than what you've read already.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see a path that he plays a game next year.
No.
And without him and no first-round pick, I don't see how you're going to rush a passer. I don't see how the defense is going to get markedly better. And without that, you're back to an offense that has no quarterback. It's just not good.
No,
and it's hard to look at Atlanta and go, what am I supposed to be excited about? A running back and a tall wide receiver that doesn't separate particularly well. Kyle Pitts is a free agent too. I don't see a way he comes back to Atlanta. I mean, he might if Stefanski is just really locked into I've got to have him. That's my Njoku.
I don't think he would because Njoku's on the board. I could get Njoku.
Somebody said that to me yesterday.
Yeah, Njoku
when the
said
Njoku thing came out.
Yeah, he said he didn't want to go back to Cleveland. Well, his coach, who he's done pretty well with, has an opening.
And he fits so well there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but that's where you spend your money. There's not a lot else for Atlanta to do. That would be your big piece.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you'd have to hope that you could, I don't know, find you an impact edge rusher in the second round of the draft.
Good luck.
So you could try. but you're throwing darts at a board at that point. Of course, at this point, though, maybe throwing darts at a board is what Atlanta needs to do. Because when their calculated moves have happened, they haven't worked out too well. Although there again, maybe Terry Fontenot was just throwing darts at a board and went, Michael Penix. I don't care if we just spent $40 million on a quarterback. Who cares?
By the way, Atlanta, you're the only team in NFL history that's ever spent $100 million on a quarterback and drafted one in the top 10 and still needed a quarterback 2 years later. That's almost impossible to do.
You did them both at the same time. That's hard to do.
You bought a mail-order bride and a hooker, and somehow you still went home by yourself. I don't know how that's even possible.
Oh, good Lord. Yeah, things are going to be difficult. I mean, at least you do have a couple of pieces for Kevin Stefanski to start this offense up with. You don't have the most important piece in a quarterback, and Jeff Ulbrich just lost his best chess piece.
Yep. And I think it took 2 pass rushers because I don't think Jalen Walker works without him.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you have to go back to what you were 2 years ago when you were having to rely on Caden Ellis.
Judon.
Yeah.
Caden Ellis is a free agent.
Oh, is Ellis a free agent too? Oh.
I saw that earlier and went, oh, my God, this is even worse than I thought it was.
Oopsie poopsie. Yikes. Is Leonard Floyd still available?
Also a free agent.
No, I'm saying we could bring him back.
You could. Yeah. I probably wouldn't, but you could.
It's time for you to step up. Arnold Ebiketie.
Also a free agent.
Oh, shoot. Well,
I did this earlier and just started laughing of, oh, my God, they don't have another edge rusher on the team because Troy Anderson's a free agent too.
Take luck. Matt Ryan's got his job cut out for him, doesn't he?
We're going to really test that Boston College degree there, college boy.
Mm-hmm. You are in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400, 2026. Off-season NFL power rankings continue after this.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz, he throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back, iron! Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Take's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon, ESPN Asheville.
Don't miss the 2026 Ingalls SoCon Basketball Championships at the Harris Cherokee Center, Asheville, March 5th through the 9th. 5 action-packed days, your favorite SoCon teams, 2 tickets to the NCAA tournament on the line. Bring your whole family for unforgettable fun, kids' activities, downtown events, non-stop excitement all week. Secure your spot now at SoConHoops.com or through the Harris Cherokee Center Asheville box office. Be a part of the madness before it's gone.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. The pride of Starksboro, Vermont, Ryan Cochran-Siegel carries one of the most famous names in American skiing history. A Super G specialist with a silver medal already to his name, he attacks the mountain with a smooth, technical style that separates him from the pack. Known for finding speed where others find trouble, he drops into Milano Cortina looking to upgrade his silver to gold. For Cochran-Siegel, skiing fast is a family tradition. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Did you know that Ingalls sells a huge variety of organic items? Or that they run their own dairy? Or that they only serve USDA choice and prime meat? Did you know that they have more local craft beer than any place else? Or that they have Energy Smart stores? Or that they professionally slice and package imported cheese from Europe? Did you know about their giant international aisle, local farm partnerships, curbside pickup, wine department? Or that they donate 3,956 meals a day to local food banks? Well, now you do. It's all in the bag. Ingalls. Low prices. Love the savings.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors. Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
The Sportsocracy.
One thing that you're going to have to remember, one most important factor, is to protect your quarterback, me.
We are back in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. 2026 NFL Offseason Power Rankings on a Power Rankings Tuesday. Number 20.
The Indianapolis Colts.
Okay, so you have no quarterback at the moment.
Daniel Jones.
You still have to re-sign him.
You're gonna.
He won't start the season. So you'll start the season with Anthony Richardson.
Start the season. I do love how we look at Penix. My issue with Penix is how late in the season it happened and his history for not recovering quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Jones, Pat Mahomes, all these guys, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I'll be shocked if more than one or two of them don't start the year.
Right. To be safe, we all use the 9 to 12 months timeline for injuries like this. So could be back sooner, could not be. But if worse comes to worse and they needs a full year, then that's week 8, right? Week 9 of next year that he won't be back.
Yeah, I'll believe that one when I see it.
Sure, but I'm just saying, weird things can happen. If I were the GM of this team, I would be planning on it. Would you not? Would that not be the thing you should do? Is plan to be without him for a year?
I guess my problem is I look at this and go, Aaron Rodgers got back in less than 10 months at 40-something years old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe Daniel Jones is – I think he'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with Indianapolis is that I don't know how good you actually are. I think you beat up on a bad schedule. It was covered up by the fact Daniel Jones got hurt. And I still don't know exactly what you are. But I think this is, in my mind, this is where you are if Daniel Jones is healthy for week 1. It's where you belong.
What kind of offseason moves can they make?
That's kind of a double-edged question. Mm-hmm. Because what are they going to do that makes you feel great about them? All right, so Indianapolis has $35 million.
Yeah, 36.
All right, well, you got Braden Smith that's free agent. I don't think you're going to want to let him walk.
Mm-hmm.
Alec Pierce and Daniel Jones. That takes everything you got. Probably and then some. If you let one of the three of them walk, you got to replace them with somebody.
Right. So then what's left?
Because I think they retain Braden Smith, they retain Daniel Jones, and they let Alec Pierce walk. And then you're looking at a receiving core that's Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, and me. Joy being thrown to by Daniel Jones.
It'd only be fractionally worse than it already was.
Gambit fan has a really good point. All they need is for Tank not to believe in them, and they'll be just fine. Nailed it.
Sure.
Tank Spencer, K.O.D.
All right, number 19.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Woof.
Woof what?
you're a fan of the team. How good do you feel right now?
I feel the same as I have the last 5 years.
With Mike Evans, Jamel Dean, Levante David, and Hassan Reddick, all pending free agents with virtually no money.
Mm-hmm. Don't care.
You should.
I don't, because there will be I still see little chance Mike Evans leaves. They'll figure out a way to
Evans
bring him
is
back.
the one I think you retain.
If Levante David wants to play again, he'll come back for whatever, $6 million.
You still have no pass rusher.
And
the
we'll
offensive
not,
line's still
and
mediocre.
we'll not do the Hassan Reddick thing again.
For sure.
And Jamel Dean, let him go. What do you need him for? You're going to have to pay him $20 million to even get him on the team. And that, my friends, is dum-dum talk. You let somebody else do that.
Well, and everything you just said sounds just fine and dandy until you realize that Jamel Dean was the best corner on this team, and it was not all that close.
Which is ridiculous.
I mean, he was. Yeah, you look by any analytical metric, he was the best corner on this team. So a secondary that got absolutely mutilated at times loses the best corner on the team. You don't really have a corner that makes all that much sense to replace him because it's hard to trust Benjamin Morrison to be healthy. And in all reality, you kind of need him to replace Zion McCollum because he was not good at football. But okay, let's say it's Morrison and McCollum. Jacob Parrish is playing out of the slot. That's not a good secondary.
No.
Now you have no pass rush whatsoever. It's just Yaya Diaby and Walker, the young kid that got hurt last year from Central Arkansas. You're not going to get after quarterbacks. I don't see it.
It's no different. It's no different than it was.
It's worse than it was. It's worse than it was against a tougher schedule because your schedule this upcoming year is tougher than the one this past year. Carolina's getting better. New Orleans is getting better. Be kind of hard for Atlanta to be much worse, but I think it's going to be 6 one way, half dozen the other, and I think you're substantially worse if you're Tampa Bay. I'm looking at this going, I've watched this. This feels like Pittsburgh. Of this team gets incrementally worse every year. They get incrementally older every year. And then you have 1 year where it just absolutely grumpers in your lap. And I believe that year is 2026. Because what I'm seeing is a team that relies heavily on one Baker Nathaniel Mayfield. And I've read that book. I know how it ends.
Yeah, with a division championship and going to the playoffs. More times than it doesn't.
It would be twice. It's happened twice. Ooh. Yeah, this team's getting worse by the year. I told you this last year. Exactly what I told you would happen did. You count on Todd Bowles, he will defecate in your lap.
And they're doing it again.
And he'll do it again.
Most
and
definitely.
the bad thing is that I'm afraid you're going to move a lot of these pieces around to accommodate him. They're hard to get out of a year from now. I think Todd Bowles is the most confusing coach I've ever seen not get fired because I don't see how it ends any other way a year from now.
Exactly. It's the only way that it can end. Number 18.
The Cincinnati Bengals. I really would love somebody to explain to me why we keep talking about Cincinnati trading Joe Burrow.
Okay.
That rumor is just permeating every level of NFL talk, and it is the stupidest thing I've ever heard somebody say out loud.
It's wishful thinking. It's hoping that he goes to a franchise that cares about him.
Well, I mean, how many issues with this do you need? Do you need the one where you don't save nearly as much money as you think you do? The dead cap haunts you for years? Or the fact that you can't replace him with anything that's even a facsimile of what you got out of him, even with him hurt all the time? Or the fact that the best player on the team played with him in college and they're best good friends. I could do this for a while, but I think you get my point. The problem is I just don't know what you put around him.
You're going to have to give him an offensive line. He's never had that. you're going to have to give him a defense that can make some stops.
So
he's never had that.
Well, the defense is a huge issue. The offensive line, one of the problems that I come to there. All right, so you took Dylan Fairchild last year in the third round. He's part of your solution.
Mm-hmm.
But you just keep adding pieces that are fine. Like I think Amarius Mims is fine. Orlando Brown Jr. is fine. Fairchild's fine. You couldn't run a greasy peg up a cat's keister until about week 10. And then all of a sudden, Chase Brown, I almost said James Brown for some reason. Chase Brown turned into Barry Sanders 2.0, and all he did was score touchdowns. But the defense is horrifically bad. How many players on that defense do you think are long-timers? Like, of their starting 11, how many do you look at and go, 3 years from now, this defense is good, that guy's still in that position?
I don't know. Jordan Battle, maybe? Dax Hill, one of those.
Demetrius, I mean, really, for me, that was just a piece of paper with Demetrius Knight's name on it.
Okay.
I mean, and you did all this with Trey Hendrickson. He's gone. Hate to tell you this, we're not doing this again. And somebody is going to pay him. Now you have nothing. I don't think one of the edge rushers is falling to you at 10 because you got to get through a bunch of teams that really want one.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's Shamar Stewart and what? You had one corner that I kind of liked last year. Everybody else is a free agent. Cam Taylor-Britt's a free agent. I don't remember who the other one was. It's written here somewhere. I got a lot of documents up in front of me right now.
It's a hopeless situation. And unfortunately, you have one of the best quarterbacks in the league when he plays.
It feels like the Cincinnati is the old analogy I used to make if it's a Maserati sitting out in front of a double-wide trailer. Because it doesn't feel like foundationally you've set your life up here. You've got the perfect toy.
Mm-hmm.
But you have termites in your house. Because the defense is horrid. And Joe Burrow's not going to stop getting hurt as long as he's having to get into shootouts to contend for the fact that your defense can't stop anything.
Right. I mean, I like to think of it like as a gold toilet in a tool shed.
That's a pretty good one, too.
And I've got a mother-of-pearl countertop over here that's sitting on some, I don't know, a sawhorse. That's Justin Jefferson. Or I mean, Jamar Chase. Like, I've got two really nice pieces of furniture here. Yet, for some reason, I have four walls made out of particle board that have been peed on by several dogs.
That just got worse and worse and worse as it went on.
It typically does when you're the Cincinnati Bengals. Because I don't know how you go from being in a Super Bowl just a handful of years ago going, damn, we could do this every year from now on. And where have they been since? It has sucked on ice ever since that moment. Because nothing comes together. You don't do anything to protect your quarterback. You don't do anything to defend the other teams in the NFL, and you just hope and pray. And I think that's why everybody talks about Joe Burrow getting traded, is because one of the largest crimes committed in NFL history will probably be Joe Burrow being saddled with the Cincinnati Bengals as a franchise. We said it the moment he went to a Super Bowl. God, I hope this ain't Dan Marino. Now I'd be willing to bet my house that it is.
Joe Burrow's played 77 games. He's been sacked 213 times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's unconscionably bad. Tom Brady, do you know how far back in his career you have to go to get to 213 sacks in the last years? I mean, this is when I think I could outrun him. By the end of it, I think in a foot race, I would have outrun Tom Brady at 6'5", 290 pounds.
Mm-hmm. 2004.
2014. You got to go back 9 years. He played 50 games with the Bucs. He played 92 with the Patriots.
So what is that, 142 games? So in double as many games, that's how long it took Tom Brady to get sacked 213 times.
Yep.
That is absurd.
The Cincinnati Bengals will continue to drive their fans crazy. You're in the Sportsocracy, and this is ESPN Asheville.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
Team USA figure skating returns to the ice today, aiming to build on its early Winter Games success. U.S. figure skater Maxim Naumov says it feels great to be on this stage.
It's a wonderful feeling, and like I said, I'm just super blessed and happy to be here.
Meanwhile, the U.S. will play Sweden for gold in mixed doubles curling. The team of Corey Dropkin and Corey Tisi has already guaranteed at least a silver.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
ESPN Asheville. Your mountain weather forecast.
Good push now, sunshine and a beautiful afternoon. Got to remind ourselves on days like this in early February that it's early February. Sunny 68, tonight 45, maybe a little rain after midnight. Chance of rain early tomorrow, then some sunshine, breezy 55. Thursday, mostly sunny near 50. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stidgen.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the official audio home of NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, and iHeart is the home of the NFL Podcast Network. Just search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
As veterans, we're no strangers to helping others.
That's what we were taught, service before self.
But we do have one question for the veterans listening.
When was the last time you reached out for help?
If you or someone you know needs resources, whether it's for stress, finances, employment, or mental health, don't wait. Reach out.
Find more information at va.gov/reach. That's va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This weekend, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville has cooked up a big party for Mardi Gras. Friday night, get your whole crew together, especially the kids, for a big screen showing of The Princess and the Frog with popcorn, a s'more station, and a hot cocoa bar. Saturday, it's the Bears Bazaar from 11 to 3 with local vendors, music, and great food. And then Sunday, rise and shine with breakfast specials and live music before the Mardi Gras parade. Mardi Gras weekend at Bears Smokehouse Barbecue, downtown Asheville. More details at bearsbbq.com.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
It's time to discover the convenience and time savings of contact-free pickup with Ingles Curbside. Just visit shop.ingles-markets.com or download the app. And your Ingles personal shopper gets to work with specialized training on how to select the freshest items for a pre-scheduled pickup. They'll even text you with updates. You pull up to a designated space and your personal shopper delivers your items right to your vehicle. Fresh, fast, and affordable. It's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
On the weird scale, there's Vegas, there's Florida, and there's Asheville. Let's get weird, Asheville.
It is ESPN Asheville. We are back in the Sportsocracy. And I always love it when you find a weird story and then the details that you keep reading just make it weirder and weirder to me. Because the story I'm about to tell you is a little weird, and it's not something you should ever do. But also, I'm not sure that if I'm ever flying on an airplane, regardless of where I'm flying out of, I would ever get on a Wizz Air. W-I-Z-Z.
Yeah. You give me Spirit. And I have to hold somebody else's baby the entire flight,
Right.
which is not fun.
Because this occurred on a Wizz Air flight from Luton to Tel Aviv. I'm not sure where Luton is, but I'm going to guess it's not in America. Because I've never heard of Wizz Airlines. Anyway, passenger gets on the Wizz Air flight and rose up big red flags with security when they turned on their Wi-Fi hotspot. Jeremy, would you like to guess what the Wi-Fi hotspot was named on said air flight?
On Wizz Air?
Security would go, excuse me, Mr. We need to talk.
I have several, but I don't think I should say any of them.
Hotspot name terrorist. Probably not a good idea.
That's bad.
If you're getting on an airplane,
that's a bad call.
Mm-hmm. Even if that is your Wi-Fi and you think it's hilarious around the house, you should probably change that sucker before you get on an airplane.
Mm-hmm.
Because the moment terrorist pops up on the Wi-Fi in said airplane, security's probably going to come find you. I would love to know how they found it, though. Like how they discovered it. Excuse me, would the person who owns the Wi-Fi terrorist please report to the cockpit?
This is your captain speaking. We're not able to take off at the moment because there's someone named Terrorist on board. We're going to have to sniff who that is and sit on the tarmac for de-icing.
Oh, it most certainly caused an issue. This is the weird part, though, to me. Okay, so you communicate with the ground of, hey, there may be a situation. There's quote-unquote terrorist on this flight. So what did they do to the flight? Did they just go, hey, come on down. We need to find out who this is? They held him in the air. They had to circle the airport like 9 times before they could land to figure out who the terrorist was. What? Excuse me. Could you put us closer to the ground before this happens?
No. Down there?
Yes. That's where we want. God forbid if something does have to pop off, I'd rather it happen on the ground than up in the air. But that's just me. But I guess that is what you get when you fly Wizz Air.
We've had snow. It's happened here in North Carolina. It's happened pretty much all over the country over the last month.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what snow tends to bring out? Kooky madookies.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically, the Bigfoot researchers of the Hudson Valley.
Oh, dear.
Who have posted on their Facebook page that many tracks have been found of a Bigfoot. The first one, which just from my untrained eye, because I am not a certified Bigfootologist, looks like a large fat man's footprint.
Bigfootologist.
It does look like that. Actually kind of looks like my shoe print.
Trust me.
I don't believe that's a Bigfoot, even though it did drag something about 6 feet. It does look like whatever that was at some point caught a squirrel, because there is a little tail in the middle of it. So that part is a little strange.
Okay.
There's another one that I'm not real sure what creature creates that, but I'm going to say it's not a Bigfoot. They have posted all of these things on their social media, including one from the Quantico Marine Base that just confirmed to me there are some people in this world that are completely out of their damn mind. And which leads me to believe that somewhere on the Quantico Marine Base, every night since this snowfall, there is somebody doing their best Bigfoot call. Just loo, 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 loo. There are only a handful of things in this world that people can tell me that I go,
I don't think we need to talk anymore. Like, I don't think there's any recovering from that.
Believing in Bigfoot's one of them.
Believing in Bigfoot's definitely one of them. Mm-hmm. Trusting the government is one of them. Mm-hmm. Anybody that says, what's your astrological sign? I immediately, like, my ears perk up and I go,
excuse me, Becky?
Uh-oh. Oh, you're such a Pisces. Am I, though? I don't think that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. If you tell me Mercury's in retrograde, I'm just going to assume we're probably not going to agree on much from here on out.
Probably not. Do you even have any idea what that means?
Nope, don't care.
Okay.
There are a lot of things that I don't know what they mean, but if I hear you say them, I immediately go, pass. I actually did that to somebody one time. I was in line. I think I was at a coffee shop, and the girl behind me asked me, what's your astrological sign? And I went, pass. Pass what? On this conversation. I am passing my opportunity to have this conversation with anybody else here.
You know, there's another radio show that is pretty well known in the field that we're in, and they do a specific segment that's called Your Stat of the Day, and I think I found the stat of the day. In New York City, 15 minutes after the Super Bowl, apparently someone has done the figuring and figured out.
It wasn't after the Super Bowl, it was after the halftime show.
Excuse me, after the halftime show. That directly after Bad Bunny was done with his halftime show, 761,719 toilets flushed within that little time frame.
Now, did you get the second part of that stat?
What was that?
In much of the United States, that same number was during the halftime show.
I want to know what the Kid Rock number is. That's all I need to know. I need to now judge success based on number of clicks or flushes.
The funniest thing I've seen today, somebody said that I guess Kid Rock lip synced. I still haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, there was
First
of
all, most of them lip sync through most of these because it's really hard to move around as much as they are and continue singing. But they said he from now on will be known as Hillbilly Vanilli, and I almost peed on myself. I laughed so hard.
That is awesome. That's so awesome.
And I'm just pissed that because of Kid Rock, I don't get Creed in Anderson, South Carolina.
Right. I did really appreciate the fact that, you know, when he was confronted with that on Fox News, his answer to, I did not lip sync, was, I'll prove it. I'll do a live concert again on social media tonight. And everybody went, nah, we're good. We're good.
David L. asked, is it okay if you believe in aliens? You believe in whatever you want to. I'm going to go out on a limb and say if there is intelligent life out there, it is not jumping out of its skin to come talk to us. Just throwing that out there.
No, it stops by just for poos and shiggles.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if there's intelligent life out there, it's flown into our airspace and gone, screw that. Wait, they're arguing over a pop singer singing at the Super Bowl. Okay, I gotta go. I'm going back to Uranus.
Look what they're doing today.
Hey, you believe
that
it?
Would be your favorite.
I don't care what you believe in. But if you do look at me and say, "Do our astrological signs sync up?" I'm gonna go, I don't want to have this conversation with you. I don't care who you are.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Pisces. I'm a Virgo. We're a match. No, we're not. You know why I know that? Because you know you're a Virgo. That means we're not a match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's been a long time.
Patrick Holt said Mercury is always in Gatorade. That's pretty solid.
If there's mercury in your Gatorade, you're drinking the wrong stuff.
He also said, I've seen Bigfoot several times at the Village Porch in Asheville, North Carolina, shared a table and a drink with him.
No doubt.
He was referring to me.
Oh, we know. We know who he was talking about. The 2026 NFL offseason power rankings. We are at number 17, Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, we're doing
We're
stuff.
doing stuff. Yeah, we're still doing the countdown.
I was making fun of the Bigfootologist.
Countdown time.
17's the Carolina Panthers.
Woo-hoo! You said you'd bet your house that Carolina wins this division next year.
I did not quite say that, but I did say that the odds on them should be substantially better than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really curious what they do at 19. I think they're one of the teams in the first round that I'm the most intrigued by because I don't know how you're going to add a lot else to that team. They did a lot of front-loaded deals last year in free agency. So I'm looking at this team going, I don't know that it's going to look exactly the same, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say it looks pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
And they're I think their active cap space like $25 million over the cap.
Over the cap.
So, I mean, they're going to have to move some stuff around. You lose a handful of linemen. You don't have Rico signed, although you weren't using him anyway, so what does that matter?
He's walking. He's not coming
No
back.
doubt.
He was disrespected at the end of the year. He will not come back for anything.
Agreed.
He'll probably be a Steeler next year.
But even with all of those things, I still look at you and go, I like you better than the other three in this division by quite a bit.
Well, you're certainly going to have to find somewhere to upgrade on the defensive side, and you have to find another weapon.
See, for me, I guess I look at Munmalayan and Scorton and go, a year 1 to 2 jump is better than anything else you're going to add.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm like you got five players on the defense. There are 6 other starting spots that could be upgraded.
Carolina's also one of those teams, and at some point this year I want to do like a YouTube video on this, of the teams that are set up of what they need compared to what's in the draft class. I would say Carolina's probably in the top 5.
Nice.
Of your team needs with where it fits with your capital.
Well, it's good for them. At number 15?
16. The
16.
Washington Commanders. I split the difference here because I don't know exactly what this is going to look like, but I think it's going to be a vast improvement. I said last night on Overtime, I could easily see this team flipping the record next year, going from 5-12 to 12-5.
Mm-hmm.
I like the 2 young coordinators. Don't ask me why. I really don't know. Because usually you tell me you've got 2 first-time coordinators, I'm going to piddle in my pants just a little bit. But for some reason with David Blau, I feel really good that it's not Cliff Kingsbury. I don't know exactly what happened there. And, yes, people ask me all the time. No, I don't know. There was something weird that happened at the end of that season, and it showed in the offense. I know Jaden was hurt. That's not really what I'm talking about. By the end of it, it just looked so unbelievably clunky that I think just a different voice is going to help.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another team that you're going to sit at 7 and wind up with an edge rusher just because you are alive. One of them is going to be right there. Just run that name up to the podium. Whether it's Bain or Bailey as true edge rushers or Caleb Downs is just a great defensive player. Just run it to the podium and be done.
Yep. $51 million in estimated cap space for the offseason. And Deebo Samuel is your biggest piece out there.
Bobby Wagner.
Well, is Bobby Wagner still good?
Yes.
I mean, is he still?
Yes, and he's still the leader of the defense. I mean, look, if he wants to play, he will have a spot in Washington.
Gotcha.
Chris Paul, the guard, that's another one that I think they need to find a way to get back in the fold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It does make me feel old that I'm it does make me feel old when I see a guy that I evaluated and it feels like it was a year ago and, oh, your rookie deal's already up. That's great. That's good. Yep, I'm getting old.
You most certainly are. You most certainly are. You know what isn't getting old, though? Jeremy's taste buds. He's the only person on the planet that I think is going to be in his 40s, and it's just like, I have to have mac and cheese at every meal.
I do like mac and cheese.
He loves mac and cheese.
It's noodle and cheese. What's not to like?
Mm-hmm. Which is why he loves Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue. Downtown Asheville, 135 Cox Avenue on the South Slope. They put mac and cheese in everything if you ask them to. In fact, Jeremy went, you know what? I want you to put vegetables in my mac and cheese.
With the collard greens?
And they did.
Fantastic.
And it was great. I'll be honest with you. I tried it. It was fantastic. I never thought you could put greens and macaroni and cheese together and make it taste good, but apparently it does, because everything at Bears tastes good. They are the official barbecue of the Sportsocracy, and this weekend they're having some special activities Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the South Slope at the downtown location for Mardi Gras. So you can go over to bearsbbq.com, find out more about the special events, and as always, for your sports watching entertainment, the Back Alley Bar at Bears Smokehouse Barbecue is a great place to get comfortable, sit down with a good meal, a wonderful libation, and just have a grand old time. 135 Cox Avenue on the South Slope in downtown Asheville. They've also got set up shop inside Sweeten Creek Brewing on Sweeten Creek Road. BearsBBQ.com.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Good push now, sunshine and a beautiful afternoon. Got to remind ourselves on days like this in early February that it's early February. Sunny 68, tonight 45, maybe a little rain after midnight. Chance of rain early tomorrow, then some sunshine, breezy 55. Thursday, mostly sunny near 50. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Healthy Choice.
For healthy, delicious food, you don't have to eat out. You can enjoy delicious meals from Healthy Choice, like their Simply Steamers grilled chicken and broccoli Alfredo, at home. With tasty, tender chicken, crisp veggies, and 28 grams of protein, it's what having it all tastes like.
Out here in the middle of these acres, it can feel like you're the only person on Earth. That's how it feels when you're struggling with your mental health. But you don't have to feel alone. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Here of all of the different
what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, nice. Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
All across the Tar Heel State.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, Callan in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3-0, but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home. Hello, young fella.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
All right, people, it's Valentine's Day. Everything has to be perfect.
Yes, Dad.
At Ingalls, we know that not every Valentine's Day is 4-star perfection, with string quartets and swanky restaurants.
My boyfriend bought me flowers.
That it's not the money you spend or the elaborate lengths you go to.
Happy Valentine's Day.
It just has to come from the heart. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have: Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
All across the Tar Heel State.
Tar Heels on the run. Trimble to the cup, layup, Callan in the foul.
This is Carolina basketball.
Long rainbow 3-0, but net from the rookie. Out to Trimble. He'll try another triple. Counted.
The home of the 6-time national champions.
Drives and hammers it home.
This is your radio home for the Tar Heels.
Asheville's home for the Tar Heels is ESPN Asheville.
hurt in a game? We tough it out. Feel exhausted? We push on. Feeling down? We pull ourselves up by the bootstraps. But there are times when bootstraps aren't enough. When stress gets to us and we need to talk to someone about what we're really going through. So we're going to reach out, because sometimes mental health is not a one-person job. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
Over 50,000 police officers are assaulted on the job each year, leading to injuries and death. This is the reality they deal with when making contact with the public. Another reality is that if someone doesn't comply with a lawful order or uses force against them, police may have to use sufficient force in response to obtain compliance. The use of force is always ugly. Nobody likes it, especially police, and nobody knows how it will turn out. Spread the word. For de-escalation to work, both parties must de-escalate, and de-escalation isn't necessary if there is no escalation. Help police by not escalating. Don't attack or try to disarm an officer, whether it's getting asked a question, getting a citation, or getting arrested. Don't argue, don't resist, don't flee. After the encounter has been resolved is the time to address any complaints. Comply now, complain later. Keep everybody safe. This message brought to you by the National Police Association. To learn more about how to help law enforcement accomplish its goals, visit nationalpolice.org.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Dollar. That's dollar. Enter it now.
Your chance to win is at ESPNAVL.com. Good luck.
Live from the Ingalls studio.
I can't wait to play with myself every day.
The Sportsocracy.
Damn the devil to hell! Let the big dog see! Let him on the field!
Come get you some of this.
Fire them cannons! By golly, put more powder in those things.
He couldn't take any more disappointment.
Oh, my God. The Jets killed him.
And welcome back into the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Sportsocracy is heard everywhere you go on the iHeart Radio app. Seen everywhere on YouTube. Just go to thesportsocracy.com. Click the live video link. Subscribe to the channel and join us in the chat for today. East
Power Rankings Tuesday.
It is.
Tank turned into Fernando Mendoza right there at the end.
Kind of.
Join us in the YouTube chat, and you can subscribe to the channel. You can do all those things. You can say nice things to us in the chat, or you can be mean, but you shouldn't do that because that's not nice.
Precisely. Thank you. It is a Power Rankings Tuesday. 2026 off-season NFL Power Rankings. Taking into account all of the free agency dollars that your team may have or the cap space that you have. Who's coming up in free agency? Where you stand with your draft capital? We're at number 15.
Somehow, we have done that thing again where we spend a lot of time on the bad teams.
Yep.
And now we have but an hour for the 15 good ones. I guess if there's ever an acceptable time to do that, it is when we're talking about teams getting better in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
15, the Kansas City Chiefs. You're in serious danger. You get that, right?
Why for?
Well, you're killed against the cap. You have a bunch of guys coming up. And I don't know how you're going to re-sign any of them.
Does it give me any leeway if Travis Kelce retires? Do I get money off the books?
No,
or
because
is he a free agent?
He's a free agent.
Oh, well, there goes that. And then what? If you're $60 million over the cap.
That is their active projection. Or effective. I keep saying active. It's the effective number.
Yes.
And that's with no Isaiah Pacheco, no Jalen Watson, no Joshua Williams, no Leo Chenal, Brian Cook, Charles Omenihu, or Hollywood Brown. And I do realize that I buried the lead there because I used probably the least important one last. That's a lot of guys to be missing off a team, which, oh, by the way, they haven't drafted particularly well in the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole lot of, they're fine. Nobody wants to admit this out loud. That Kansas City roster looks a lot more like Green Bay right now than it does Kansas City from a handful of years ago.
Yeah, I would agree.
And if Pat can't start the season, which I fully believe he will, but if he can't,
Jake Haener.
Ugh.
I mean, is that not better than Chris Olodokun?
None of it was particularly
I feel
good.
like you were trying to lose by playing Chris Olodokun.
Oh, no doubt. They were trying to lose. Nobody wants to say it out loud. Everybody gets mad at tanking, except when it's Andy Reid, because he's like everybody's peepaw, and they're not upset about it then. Bad team shouldn't tank, except Kansas City, who gets a shot at a top 10 pick because they got they trotted a CFL team out there for 5 weeks,
but
nobody cared.
And it may have worked out for them. Jeremiah Love may be there for him at 9, however.
I've never been more sure that he won't be.
But can I move up to get him?
I don't think you move up for a running back. It's
if
expensive
if that's
to
the
move
biggest
up.
piece I need.
It's expensive to move up.
Mm-hmm.
Especially this year where you've got a guy, literally after 2, there's a guy that makes sense for every single team in front of you.
Mm-hmm. Every year it seems like there's another obstacle placed in their path. And now you have more obstacles than ever.
Dynasties are tough. It is hard to stay consistent when you have to pay guys.
Number 14.
This, for me, is where we start getting into the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay has a lot of guys that are hitting the market in just a month's time.
Okay.
Just the list that I made today, first look. Quay Walker, Malik Willis, Romeo Dobbs, Rasheed Walker. That's a lot. That's your starting left tackle, one of your better linebackers, well, your second-best linebacker. The quarterback that is your fail-safe and probably your most consistent wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot for a team that's $37 million over the cap. The problem with Green Bay is that they don't hit stars. So when these guys come up, you have to pay them. So you wind up with a bunch of guys that are making between $7 and $12 million. So you have no stars whatsoever. I mean, outside of Micah Parsons, can you name me a star on that team?
No.
And Josh Jacobs, I would say, is close. Jordan Love is close-ish.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, Green Bay is one of those teams that's proof positive of, yes, your 20th best player is probably better than any other team in the NFL's. The problem is that your 4 is significantly worse than everybody else's. That's up on this side. Yeah, your 4 is better than the Jets. Congratulations. That doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of when we're talking about competitors, you're not even close. You're deep, and you've drafted okay. You're just never hitting home runs. The Green Bay Packers are the Ichiro Suzuki of NFL drafting. They never do anything but hit singles.
Right. That's pretty solid.
Yeah, I can make baseball references. Just because I hate your sport doesn't mean I can't make fun of it.
So where does that put them in your – I mean, do you feel more or less hopeful about next year?
Green Bay is the Pittsburgh Steelers with a quarterback. I mean, it's exactly what they are. The Green Bay is the Pittsburgh Steelers with a quarterback that they already know who it is.
Mm-hmm. Let's go number 13.
13, the San Francisco 4th and Niners.
Where do they stand as far as flexibility in the offseason?
Well, the thing about San Francisco that kind of gets me year in and year out, they never really have cap space. I mean, this year they're right at the cap line. Can you name me a receiver on that team that you trust right now? So you got a quarterback that I've said for 3 years now is overrated as all get out.
I would say Jennings I could trust.
Oh, weird. He's free agent.
Oh, shoot. That's all I got.
Kendrick Bourne is too. Brandon Ayuk's already played his last game here. So, I mean, you're looking Ricky Pearsall and DeMarcus Robinson right in the face. And I'm sorry, I don't see that propping up a mediocre quarterback.
No.
Christian McCaffrey and George Kittle are fine. Kittle's hurt all the time. McCaffrey seems to be hurt every other year.
The assumed figure, does this glean any money back from Ayuk? Because they canceled out his contract or canceled out his guarantees last year.
But if he's on the roster, then he still counts. I can get an answer to that, but it will take me a second.
I mean, would he still? I don't think there's a chance he's still on this roster.
There's not. They've already said that.
Right.
I think John Lynch's exact quote was he's played his last game.
His last. They'll be moving on some form or fashion. I mean, hell, he could have played last year, but just refused.
This number is assuming they re-signed somebody, and I cannot put my finger on who it is. Because they have more cap space than this.
With the cap calisthenics that can be done this day and age, I mean, I can't see a path where they don't figure out Jennings, bringing him back.
I don't either, because I don't think he's as important to anybody else because he has Brock Purdy's trust. And I don't understand why anybody pays the 25th best receiver in the league anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'll never understand that. Jennings, Alec Pierce, basically any of the guys that are on the free agent market, I don't understand why
Brandon
you would never sign those
Ayuk.
guys. I really don't. I don't get why you would do it.
Right, we talked about that with Brandon Ayuk when he came up. Was okay, but you're getting the 30th best receiver in the league. So why would you pay him money?
And Joshua Penix said this feels really high for how bad this roster could be. The thing about San Francisco is that you have to balance out. If they don't have injuries, they still have 7 absolute dogs on this team. I mean, that's the tough part about San Francisco is that you still have one of the best edge rushers in the league, the best left tackle in the league, the best linebacker in the league, probably the best tight end in the league, if not one, then two.
Mm-hmm.
One of the best running backs in the league. That's a lot of high-end players, but they all have to stay healthy. The minute one of them gets hurt, either the offense or the defense gets diminished to an outrageous point.
Yeah. All right, give me number 12 in the offseason power ranking.
The Houston Texans. The problem with the Texans is I don't know exactly what you're getting in C.J. Stroud.
I don't know what you're getting in C.J. Stroud if you don't give him more protection.
They're just really bad at that. They are really bad at finding offensive linemen. And I don't think I've ever seen a team that does such a good job at finding defensive players. And I think they do a good job with wide receivers. But C.J. Stroud has not been the same guy without Tank Dell. Just hasn't. If you look at his splits with and without Tank Dell, it is mind-boggling how different of a quarterback he is.
Now, he's coming back next year.
We think.
And Mixon
it always
should be back.
Scares me. Maybe.
I mean, he should have been back this year. And then it was, well, there was a setback, so we're shutting him down. So, I mean, hopefully those are two pieces from 2 years ago that you can slot back in.
Sure.
Fully healthy.
I mean, and you chuck a healthy Joe Mixon back into this team, it helps a lot.
Yes.
But you still got to figure out the offensive line. And I don't think I've ever seen a team throw this much capital, and I don't think they're any better off today than they were 3 years ago.
Well, agreed, because you traded away the most useful piece.
Well, I mean, Laramie Tunsil was there 3 years ago.
Has it been that long? I was thinking it had only been like a year, 2 years since that happened.
Are you talking about since they traded him?
Yeah.
They traded him a year ago to Washington.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But Laramie Tunsil was an established player in this league. I'm talking about in terms of actually procuring one of these guys that I don't know what they are because you're paying a premium. They paid a premium to Miami when they traded for him. I mean, you got to realize what that does to the back end of the roster. I think they gave up 5 picks for him.
Something like that.
You've used second rounders on guys that can't play dead in a Western. Ed Ingram is almost unequivocally the best lineman on this team. Hey, guess what he is this year? Free agent. And he's going to get paid.
Mm-hmm. So can they rebuild it is the question.
I don't have any reason to believe that this team can do that. Yeah. I mean, I've told you this. This is one of the things that I get so irritated when we talk about teams. There are just positions that you don't draft well, and Houston's is offensive lineman. I don't care how many swings of this you take. I have no belief you'll do it right. Yeah. You know, if it was a pick not in the top 10, the most unbelievably confident I am of a player winding up with a team outside of the top 10 is Caden Proctor winding up with Houston. Because I keep looking at him going, smart offensive line coaches are going to have huge issues about him. And Houston will be the one going, well, best offensive lineman on the board, slot him in at right tackle, and he will get beat like a bongo drum.
Really?
I don't like Caden Proctor at all. I think he's a guard. I wouldn't even consider him as a tackle. Not even in the stratosphere of a tackle to me. And I see no way Houston doesn't.
Okay.
I'm not sure they don't look at him on the left side. Go, well, him and Ariante Ursery, sweet. The first time you see a wide 9 team, C.J. Stroud better have quadrupled his life insurance because he will get killed on the field because he'll get hit 52 times.
Number 11 in the 2026 off-season power ranking.
The Chicago Bears.
All right, they're over the cap.
Yep.
Going into this year.
And they have a lot of guys that are up.
There's one that I see, and you know which one it is, that you can't live without. Jaquan Brisker. He is my favorite player on that defense.
All of their safeties are up. Brisker, Byard, and Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, along with Nashawn Wright. I gave them a corner in the first mock draft, and I had a bunch of Bears fans say, well, we've got Kyler Gordon. Kyler Gordon may end up having to play on the outside because he had inside-out flexibility. So if you don't want to slot, okay, I get that. I don't really know what you're going to do outside of that because they have a ton of guys that are coming out of the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
The offense, I mean, you know how I feel about Caleb Williams. So I just don't think that's what – I feel like you're being sold a bill of goods there. But the offense is going to stay pretty intact. It's the defense that I'm worried about.
Right. Must rebuild that. Because you can't make your living all on Ben Johnson.
Well, you can't make your living all on Caleb Williams. I mean, nobody wanted to talk about this. The Bears could have very easily been in the NFC Championship game. The problem is that you put it right at the feet of Caleb Williams, and he did what Caleb Williams does. You put pressure on him. And everybody talks about how clutch he is. He's really clutch against bad teams. Mm-hmm. Then you put him against a good team, and watch what happens. Watched it for 2 years. Yeah. The minute he has to make a throw because the time's not there anymore, and he's going up against a real-life, honest-to-God defense, mistakes come tumbling after.
It is the Sportsocracy here on ESPN Asheville, a Power Rankings Tuesday. We'll give you the top 10. We'll start the top 10 when we come back.
iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
The U.S. women's hockey team faces Canada today in the final preliminary round game. Forward Hannah Bilka says there's no need to change anything after a dominant Olympic start.
Yeah, excitement's going to be up, but just trying to stay level and, really just play our game and stick to that.
Team USA also looks to build on its figure skating success as 3 Americans compete in men's singles, with the top 24 advancing to Friday's free skate.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I like a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
Let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
This is ESPN Asheville, Asheville's #1 sports station.
Coming up the middle on a blitz, he throws to the end zone, touchdown!
Beer City's Tar Heel station.
Off the back, iron! Wilson comes soaring in to dunk it home.
Home of the Sportsocracy.
He said, Kyle Shanahan asked, why isn't tic-tac-toe named Hugs and Kisses?
Hugs and Kisses.
Now that's all Tech's going to call it.
Live from the Ingalls studio, weekdays at noon, ESPN Asheville.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the 2026 Winter Games. Ocala, Florida might seem like an unlikely home for a Winter Olympian, but Erin Jackson is a sprinter in a league of her own. After making history as the first black woman to win an individual Winter Olympic gold medal, she returns to the ice faster than ever. A former inline skater, she dominates the 500-meter sprint with explosive power and arrives in Italy to defend her crown. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports have teamed up under a new local owner to serve our community with the finest custom apparel and unique branded items at the best price. Mountain Graphics and Showtime Sports can customize whatever you, your team, or your local group may need with high-quality screen printing, embroidery, and laser engraving. Visit mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com. That's mtngraphicsavl.com or showtimesportsavl.com for your local one-stop custom apparel shop.
Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville is turning up the heat for Mardi Gras this weekend, February 13th through the 15th. Friday night, bring the whole family for a big screen showing of Princess and the Frog with popcorn, a s'more station, and a hot cocoa bar. Saturday, it's the Bear's Bazaar from 11 to 3 with local vendors, music, and great food. And Sunday, fuel up with breakfast specials and live music before the parade. Mardi Gras weekend at Bear's Smokehouse Barbecue, downtown Asheville's spot for food, fun, and good vibes. Visit bearsbbq.com to learn more.
This is J.W. Whitley, General Manager at Parks Ford of Hendersonville. Our value of commitment. Committed to you as our customers and the community that we serve. To do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com.
Clarissa sells WNC as the #1 team in Buncombe County. We have the customer service experience to assist you in achieving your real estate goals. Our team offers something that 90% of listings in our market won't have, Zillow Showcase. Check us out at clarissasellswnc.com.
The Sportsocracy.
The ceiling is the roof. Let's make it happen. Let's keep moving forward.
We're back in the Sportsocracy. We're approaching the ceiling. Not quite the roof yet. We're up to the ceiling of the NFL 2026 offseason power rankings.
Beach in our YouTube comments had a really good point of the Kansas City Chiefs can get under the cap with 3 moves. You're 100% right.
Okay.
And you can't be a top drafting team when you pick in the 30s for 8 years. That's not a bad point.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is that you're going to go right back to the late 20s or 30s if you get back on top. So this draft becomes real, real important. Kansas City can't miss this year. That's why they're kind of middling for me, because you got a bunch of holes to fill and you cannot miss. This has to be one of the best draft classes we've ever seen.
And can Brett Veach do it?
Absolutely. It's just a question of if he does.
Mm-hmm. Number 10 on the 2026 offseason power rankings are
the Los Angeles Chargers. Sorry, I couldn't remember what number we were on.
The Chargers, who have brought in the greatest offensive minds they could find.
Yeah, Adam Gase.
And don't forget, mad respect coach, Mike McDaniel.
That's another team that's got to figure the offensive line out because they've done a really bad job on the interior. I think they will study how you screwed up Zion Johnson. Because I can't figure it out. I've gone back and watched his tape from college to now. He doesn't even look like the same player.
He was like a can't miss. Plug him in the middle somewhere, and he should just be a mauler, and he hasn't been.
But that goes back to that thing I said. Some teams are not good with these positions.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're going to end up with Vega Ione this year because it's the spot that makes the most sense for him. I feel kind of the same way about him that I did Zion Johnson. But does that fix the problem? I don't know.
Well, and maybe they screwed him up by the time Harbaugh came around, and there was nothing he could do. And now it's Harbaugh's
I'm not blaming Harbaugh. I'm blaming the Chargers.
Sure, but I'm saying now that Harbaugh's in charge, I mean, his team's been pretty good at building offensive lines, right?
He added Mekhi Becton last year, and man alive, he reverted back to that same player I remember in New York. Yeah, you're real big. You're in the way for us and them.
Mm-hmm. So maybe with an opportunity in the draft, they can do something. Plus, they have $94 million
I was
of cap
about
space.
to say the Chargers have a boatload of money.
Mm-hmm. So if they need it and it's out there, they should have the flexibility to go and get it.
This is the year where Joe Ortiz and Jim Harbaugh get to show, this is what my team's going to look like.
Mm-hmm.
The Chargers were a hard team to place for me because you're so committed to those two tackles, and obviously coming off season-ending injuries, I'm a little worried. I also don't like Justin Herbert as much as probably the masses do. I'm not far off, but I think Justin Herbert gets, I feel like, excuses where a lot of other quarterbacks don't.
Okay.
I also don't think I've ever seen a team invest this much in wide receivers, and I'm not sure if you have one I like. Other than the 34-year-old that you brought back after you let him go, who's also a free agent this year.
Keenan Allen. Is that it? Are those your complete thoughts on the Chargers? Because I feel like this is a team that with the right couple of moves, they're right there.
Agreed. I keep looking at the fact that your big splash last year was Mekhi Becton, which was an absolute train wreck.
Yeah.
So now, yes, you have a lot of money, and you should really be able to round out this roster. I can't just give you the benefit of the doubt because I've never seen you do it. You can say, oh, Jim Harbaugh. Well, I mean, everybody likes to throw shade at Trent Baalke, but he was the one building the roster. It might have been with Harbaugh's say-so, but he was the one signing the checks.
What do you mean, in San Francisco?
Yes.
Well, they got him to a Super Bowl.
I'm aware of that. It wasn't with free agent signings. That's what I'm talking about, is you can draft well, and I think this team has drafted well in large part. Now I'm looking at you spending your free agency dollars, and I don't know how that's going to look. It should be great. It won't necessarily be.
Chargers at 10, number 9.
The Buffalo Bills. This should tell you how much I like Josh Allen, because I don't like anything else in Buffalo right now.
Not a thing.
Do you realize how many players they have that played a significant role on that team that are up this year?
No.
Joey Bosa, A.J. Epinesa, Daquan Jones, Connor McGovern, Matt Milano, Larry Ogunjobi, Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, and Shaq Thompson. That's virtually your entire defense. Defense wasn't good.
I was going to say.
But you have to replace them, and you're already over the cap.
I was going to say, there are a few names there where I would go, okay.
Sure.
But what am I replacing them with?
Sure, but this is not Madden, where I can just go, we got 11 new guys playing on defense. It's not how this works.
Right.
I don't know what the base of that defense is going to look like. I also don't know how you do the cap calisthenics. When I'm looking at this is a team that does not have a number one by any stretch. I think you can say Khalil Shakir is a 2, but you don't really have a number one weapon. And I'm not in love with the offensive line. It's fine. And your defense is obliterated. That's terrifying. But you do get some love for the quarterback. And they do have a lot of cap calisthenics that are open to them.
There you go. Whatever it is.
Now, you're kicking the can down the road, and you are going to pay that tab at some point.
Yeah, but you kick it down as far as you can.
I agree.
Because you have to win a Super Bowl with Josh Allen. You can't have a guy in the room like this and not get one decent shot at it. Some would say you had one this year, and you blew it. Number 8.
The Baltimore Ravens.
I don't want to project anything for them. Every time I seem to talk about the Ravens, they blow it. So you do it.
I feel really good about Baltimore going into this offseason. I like the voices you put in the room. I love the young kid offensive coordinator, Declan from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a new voice with a team that I already liked the players on this team. Anthony Weaver is a home run hire as the DC of this team. Game of Heads, this is what you said last year about the Ravens.
Yep.
You're right. I did. And now there's a new voice. And it's a new voice that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
So could I be wrong? Sure. Sure. But I don't think I am.
But how do we hold on to Tyler Linderbaum?
Franchise tag.
Just franchise him and be done?
That's what I think they're
guy.
going to do.
All right.
The question is how you hold on to him and likely and a handful of others that are coming up. But I do look at Baltimore and go, I got 25 years of you being, if not the best drafting team in the league, then one of them to go, I think you'll be fine.
Yeah. Whole brand new coaching staff, still keeping the culture in the building. So there's that. Number 8.
7.
The
Denver Broncos. I feel real good about your defense. I feel pretty good about your the cohesion between your front office and your head coach.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to that offense, which I don't know what to do with. I don't know. I still don't buy in Bo Nix. I just don't. I think he's fine. I just feel like he's another one of those kind of like him and Brock Purdy to me are pretty much the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to prop him up. And I'm just looking at Pat Bryant as a third rounder. You told me it was Michael Thomas 2.0. I didn't see Michael Thomas 2.0. Troy Franklin. I kind of see what every other team in the league said about him when he was coming out. He's big, he's tall, he's fast, but there's not a ton there. I'm starting to wonder, is Sean Payton one of those guys that just doesn't draft wide receivers particularly well? He thinks he's smarter than everybody else, because I'll be honest with you, when he drafted Pat Bryant last year, I laughed. Come again? And now I feel like you're in the same boat. I've got to load up on the offense, and I've seen you draft a lot of guys that didn't make a lot of sense to me. Some of them panned out, some of them didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So it's hard for me to trust it.
So you can't trust Denver to add the pieces that they need to be better. I mean, it's going to be hard to be better than you were this year.
And the schedule gets way tougher.
Absolutely. You're going to get all the division leaders, all the division winners from this past year on the schedule. It will get markedly tougher. And I would say Sean Payton pulls it off again. Well, just adding on to the resume, so to speak. You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville. We rounded out the 2026 offseason power rankings when we come back.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Good push now, sunshine and a beautiful afternoon. Got to remind ourselves on days like this in early February that it's early February. Sunny 68, tonight 45, maybe a little rain after midnight. Chance of rain early tomorrow, then some sunshine, breezy 55. Thursday, mostly sunny near 50. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Staging.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. It's time to say goodnight to that check engine light with the free AutoZone Fix Finder service. It'll help troubleshoot the likely cause of your light for free, so you can drive with peace of mind. Restrictions apply. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Hey, Joy. Oh, you are glowing.
Oh, hey. More like Mirajoyed. That Miralax helped me go. I was so backed up. Tried mega coffees, prune juice, everything. Then Miralax. And hello, gentle relief without the harsh side effects.
Ooh, how does it work?
It works naturally with the water in your body for constipation relief. Find Miralax today at your local retailer.
Use as directed for occasional constipation.
I was ordering food from our usual place for the big meeting. My VP said, "Please, God, no."
For workplaces suffering with corporate catering deficiency, every day's a struggle.
The food was always meh and over budget. Before Easy Cater, I thought that was normal.
Easy Cater is designed to treat CCD with a huge variety of restaurants, help meet dietary needs, and stay on budget. Use daily. One platform lets you save time and thrive. Ask your web browser about Easy Cater or start an order at easycater.com.
Sports lives on the iHeartRadio app, the official audio home of NBC's coverage of the Milan Cortina 2026 Winter Olympics. Fox Sports Radio, ESPN, VSiN, the Sports Betting Network, and iHeart is the home of the NFL Podcast Network. Just search sports on the free iHeartRadio app and listen now.
I'm Coley Duffy.
I'm Cody Ward.
And
we're the Chainsaw Brothers.
Actually, we're cousins. A few days after Helene, we was in the driveway having a couple beers, waiting on the power to come back on. And we heard so many people calling, needing trees removed, and couldn't afford it.
So I called my dad to borrow a chainsaw, and over the next few months, we cleared trees for our neighbors, Our business was born out of wanting to help Western North Carolina get back on our feet.
We are fully insured and licensed. We keep our promises, meaning if we say we're going to be there, we'll be there. In these parts, we live how we were raised.
When you call the Chainsaw Brothers, you're not a customer, you're family. We're good at what we do, and we do it for a reasonable cost.
For all your chainsaw needs, call the Chainsaw Brothers. 828-316-1013. Or find us on Facebook. See how we treat our family.
Are you still covered up with storm damage and debris?
Call us about our daily rates at 828-316-1013. That's 828-316-1013. We're the Chainsaw Brothers, and with our neighbors, we are Western North Carolina strong.
Woohoo!
At Ingles, whether we're celebrating Friday night rivals, televising college basketball games, bringing the Fan Fest to semi-pro soccer, or taking you out to the ball game at your minor league park, it's all in the bag. Ingles, low prices, love the savings.
Do better, be better every day. That's the Parks Promise. Our mission, to improve lives with every interaction. This is JW, General Manager at Parks Ford Hendersonville. Experience the Parks Promise today at parksfordhendersonville.com. That's parksfordhendersonville.com.
You're in the Sportsocracy. This is ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. 2026 free agent or off-season power rankings.
Last show before a little winter week off.
That's right. We're gonna take sort of a holiday break.
We need to decompress, and I need to get out mock drafts and get ready for the combine and. We got a lot of stuff to do in the next handful of days.
We definitely do, and of course, you can always keep in touch with us on the socials. We'll still have content going out.
My eye's been twitching for about 2 months now. Really need to ask my doctor why that's happening. Have a feeling I know what he's going to tell me.
Mm-hmm.
You consume entirely too much caffeine.
Yes. They're going to order you up a stress test. I can guarantee you that.
Joey, does that mean I could yell at somebody?
Yep.
Is a stress test where I just grab somebody by the ears and just yell at them like, ah?
No, that's where they say, okay, you see this number on your birth certificate where it says you're this many years old? Well, your heart says you're this many, and by the count of the rings on it, we can tell you're 72 years old.
Am I a tree and I forgot? I think I'm a tree.
Those are donut rings.
I don't like donut rings. I'm a fan of a donut hole, though. Dunking your coffee, that's a lovely morning.
Why wouldn't you just
snack.
eat the whole thing? Why do you need the whole? Anyhow, welcome back into the power rankings. We got 6 teams left to do. Let's get her done. Number 6.
The Detroit Lions. Yeah, I still like this team a lot when they're healthy.
It's quite the disappointment this past year. What can be tinkered in the offseason to make them better?
I'm a little worried that Drew Petzing is your offensive coordinator. That's not doing much for me.
Mm-hmm. That's number 1.
Maybe we should start talking about Dan Campbell of how did you hire Ben Johnson? Did you just throw darts at a board? Because so far your hires have not been
I was going to say
inspired.
somebody else made that arrangement for him because were they not on the staff together in Miami? I believe they were.
Might have been, yeah.
I believe he was the tight ends coach and Ben was he quarterbacks coach probably at that time?
Sounds right.
So maybe he's run out of people that he knows that are good at this.
I just look at Detroit and go, if you round this team off, I still look at that offense as it gets better, and I think it will get better. I think they're going to really fortify the offensive line this year. This may be the year that Penei Sewell goes over to the left side. I've always said that was coming. It's just a question of when. Might be now. And you fix that line. They run more consistently. You've got Jahmyr Gibbs. You've got Amon-Ra. I think Tesla is going to be a dog. Jamison Williams over the top and Sam Laporta back healthy. I have no reason to think that Detroit's going to take another blip year.
But what tweaks can you make if you're $23 million over the cap already?
Keep how do I say this? Keep letting Brad Holmes cook. Because seemingly every year I walk away from your draft and go, it might take a year, but that's going to work.
Mm-hmm.
Now, why he doesn't do a great job of drafting corners, that part I'm not real sure. I haven't figured that one out yet. Because the Rams don't either, which is where he came from.
Yeah. All right, number 5.
The Philadelphia Eagles. If I didn't absolutely hate your quarterback, you'd probably be higher than this. Because that roster, 2 to 53, is still outrageously good.
Mm-hmm. They have several free agents and not a lot of room.
Nope.
You got just over the cap as things sit right now.
So who are the free agents that you're overly worried about?
Well, let's see. You've got Dallas Goedert, who's a big part of the offense.
Yeah, I think they will work to bring him back.
There's Jalen Phillips, who you picked up on the deal with Miami, and he was pretty good when you brought him in.
For 2 weeks, yeah, he was great. And then he went back to the same guy he's been, which is boom or bust.
Then you've got Nakobe Dean, Fred Johnson.
Best linebacker draft I've seen in probably 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Azeez Ojulari, Brandon Graham.
Woo.
Yeah, it's not a lot of meaningful stuff after that. But if the Philadelphia Eagles can just make 2 moves.
You're taking one of the best GMs we've ever seen with a roster that, yeah, you're going to have to get a little – you're to the I'm going to have to get a little bit cute phase. But they've got a good amount of capital. And I think this draft is really good in the middle rounds. I'm not going to be shocked if how he – like Kyle Lewis.
Mm-hmm.
Am I going to be shocked if he ends up in Philadelphia playing some kind of hybrid safety linebacker role? Nope. Because that's a Philadelphia-type pick. That's what a team like that can do, where they're not absolutely, oh, my God, what are we going to do at position X? You just take a great football player. I'll be honest with you, Luis, I've struggled to get him in the top 100. He's a top 100 player, but he's just an example of every single year when I do this, guys like that wind up with Philadelphia, Baltimore, Seattle, a handful of teams where I go, I love the player, but I don't know where they land. And that's how teams like that stay good for so long, because they never go, well, we have to draft a right tackle here at 73, in spite of the fact we don't have one in the top 150 because we need somebody to start right now. It's also probably why I argue with Eagle fans every single year when I do mock drafts of like, we don't need that guy. I'm aware of that. You don't need any of these guys. You have 22 starters. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a year down the line, who am I going to replace?
All right, moving on to the next one.
That would be number 4. The Jacksonville Jaguars.
My, they're so high on this list, and it still just takes my brain a second to catch up to, okay, well, this is where we're at for the moment.
I mean, do you disagree with me?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if this is a team that can do it again.
If you had to, so Devin Lloyd's a free agent. Travis Etienne is as well. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure I even care about Etienne.
I don't.
Because I'm not sure Bashal Tootin wasn't better than him for on limited touches. Now, can he be the guy? That part I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm going to draft one if I mean,
fine.
I'll get into the draft. I'll pick me
I
a
would
running
not
back.
be trying to draft a running back this year. You should have probably tried to do that last year, because this class is brutal.
I could call on Rico Dowdle.
Sure. Devin Lloyd is the priority for me.
Yes.
He's the priority. And other than that, the next biggest name on this list is Greg Newsome. Oh, yeah, I get Travis Hunter back next year.
Mm-hmm.
The offense, I think, is really good and young. That's the thing that sticks me about Jacksonville. They're so unbelievably young. Like, how many of these guys are still on rookie deals? Now, this team will get expensive quick.
Mm-hmm.
You pay Lloyd. You've already paid Trevor. If you were to pay Travis Etienne, Brian Thomas will come up in a year. You'll be looking extension eligible in a year. I mean, there are a lot of those guys. This team gets expensive fast.
Mm-hmm.
But we're not there yet.
No, sir, you're not. And Jacksonville sits at 4 on the offseason ranking. How much money do they have?
They're a little over the cap in effective cap space,
Okay.
but they can maneuver pretty aggressively.
I was going to say plenty of shifting with all those young contracts on the board. Number 3.
The New England Patriots. Yeah, I still really believe in that team. I get it. The schedule's the schedule will tighten up next year. I can't tell you that New England doesn't go 10-7 next year. This doesn't change the fact that I still believe in this team. And I think their high side is really, really high. You met a buzzsaw in the Super Bowl in the form of a really good, really balanced defense that was absolutely built to beat you.
Mm-hmm.
You had a young quarterback in a big spot. You got the experience for that young quarterback, and now you can start actually building the roster. Because, yes, I do fully believe Will Campbell's going to slide into left guard. Wilson's going to slide over to center. You add a legit left tackle, and buddy, that team, that offense gets good in a hurry.
Well, Mike Vrabel doesn't want you to believe it. Or at least he wants Will Campbell to go on vacation and believe that he's still the guy. Because apparently today he told the media he's our guy at left tackle.
It's free to say stuff.
New England, this little thing you sent me says their cap space is negative 12.5, but Spot Track says they have $37 million to spend.
They do. That's assumed moves, and I'm trying to remember now who they were. There were a few of them that were very discrepant. New England was one. Caleb Von Chason was one of them. I think Jalen Hawkins was one that they're assuming they're going to re-sign them.
Okay.
They have a lot of maneuverability, but that number is a little bit misleading.
Okay. So but they do have money to work.
They do have space, yes.
Yeah.
Now, if they let
should
everybody
scare
walk,
everybody.
then you also got to remember they signed several guys last year, and those guys are very restructurable.
Mm-hmm. Number one objective of the offseason.
Number one receiver.
That's exactly right. I have to go find that guy.
The good thing, if you're New England, is that you're picking at 31, and there's 4 of them, I believe, in the first round.
Yep.
One of them, you're going to have to get a little you're going to have to look the doctor in the face and go, are you sure? Because Jordan Tyson's medical scares me to death. Denzel Boston doesn't. Mekhi Lemon doesn't. He plays out of the slot, so I don't prefer him. I want the big X. Or Z. I don't know why I said X right there. Carnell Tate's not going to fall all the way to you. Lemon's not going to fall all the way to you. Probably the only one that you're going to have a shot at, and you might have to move up to get him, is Denzel Boston. Mm-hmm. Then you get into that second tier of receivers that I think there are several that are pretty good.
Well, like Branch.
Branch is going to be a slot guy. I'm not sure that that's where I want to go. Zachariah Branch is one of those names that we're going to argue about a lot because he's so good with the ball in his hand. I'm just not sure how you get the ball in his hand because he's going to be an over-the-top kind of gadgety guy because he's really small and he's really thin. I'm not as high on him as a lot of other people are, but there is a second tier that I'm real fond of.
Okay.
You know, the Ted Hurst, the Malachi Fields, guys that we've talked about because they had to go to the Senior Bowl. They had to go to the Shrine Bowl to stick out. I mean, I think I have 40-some-odd draftable receivers in this class, which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good year to need a receiver, let's put it that way.
Yeah. Number 2?
The Los Angeles Rams. Matthew Stafford's coming back. Most of that team's coming back. Now, I will say this. You need a whole lot of corners because I don't know that they have one still on the roster. As I was looking at this earlier, it looks like every corner on this team is coming up.
Okay.
Just the list that I made has McCreary, Durant, and Kendrick on it. So I'm not real sure what you've got back behind that, but you do have 2 picks in the first round, and corner is pretty good at the top.
Mm-hmm.
I had some disagreements with Rams fans about offensive tackle because they're really fond on Warren McClendon. I get it. Go back and watch that playoff tape and tell me they feel good about that. Watch him against Seattle and tell me that. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I've said this multiple times. You know your team better than I do. The last thing I saw Warren McClendon was him getting beat like a kettle drum. So I think offensive tackle is going to be really high for them. The thing about the Rams is they're not going to expose any giant weakness when they know a year from now they're going to go from 2 to 15 just the minute Matt Stafford retires because they don't have a backup plan. They're going to try to find somebody next year. Mm-hmm. Who that is, no clue. It could be anybody from Lenora Sellers to Anthony Richardson. None of those things would surprise me. The Rams are notorious for getting cute. Tends to work. It's a really good front office. But they're going all in. I'm not risking anything. If I'm looking at that offensive line going, there's a hole right there, they will fill it.
Yes.
With one of those 2 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
Corner, they've never invested in that, so it's hard for me to believe they're going to change that. They should, but I don't know that they will. I think I had them taking Colton Hood with their pick at the end of round 1. But you look at the history of the Rams, they don't tend to do that a lot. With less need, they go priority positions.
Mm-hmm. That should be a priority position, though, shouldn't it? I mean, if anything, this Super Bowl should have showed you how important corners are.
Okay.
Between the play from
think
Seattle.
About what you just said.
Mm-hmm.
Look how important it was. Look at where those corners came from. Yeah, Gonzo was one, and he went at 15.
Mm-hmm.
Devin Witherspoon was one. He went at 5. Look at the others. Reek Woolen went in the 5th round. Josh Jobe got cut by the Eagles and wound up on the practice squad of the Seahawks. Carlton Davis was a free agent signing. He went, the 5th, 4th round? I think he was a 3rd, 4th round pick. And Marcus Jones was a 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick, somewhere in there. There's not high-end capital there. That's how most teams that really prioritize corner, they're looking for individual guys that fit a role in their defense. That's why I've been so locked in on like Ephesians Prysock and Hezekiah Masses. There's Devin Marshall from NC State. I'm trying to figure out where do you guys fit in that schematic of teams. Where's the hole that you fill? Corner is the hardest position to project to a team because you willfully don't want me to know what you're looking for. And you will completely change your scheme to make up for a bad one. Mm-hmm. The Rams, I think I know what you want, but I'm not positive.
And lastly, number 1, the defending and reigning
Seattle Seahawks, Sammy D, Super Bowl. I say this knowing I don't know that I've ever seen a team have this much going into free agency in 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kenneth Walker, Kobe Bryant, Reek Woolen, who I think they're going to let walk, Rashid Shaheed, Boye Mafe, Josh Jobe, Josh Jones, who was the swing tackle this year and had to play for, I think at one time, both Cross and Abe Lucas. They had to play both spots. That's a lot of guys that would get a lot of money on the open market. Also helps that you got $73.5 million in cap space to go, well, we're going to bring back the ones that are the most important to us. If I were a betting man, I would say Kenneth Walker is really high on that list. Shaheed is really high on that list. Probably Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
That would be my top 3.
I would agree. I think the rest of them get overpaid by somebody else.
Well, the thing you got to remember about, and it's completely a testament to Seattle. Seattle has a prototype of what kind of player they want at every position, and it's real easy to figure out. They want long, lean corners. You know, I look at Julian Neal from Arkansas. I don't see any way he's not a Seahawk. And you tell me I've got him with Witherspoon, even if it's not Josh Jobe, I got to find another one of those to play on the outside. I've got Witherspoon that I can just move all over the place. I got Eamon Worry that I can move all over the place. I bring Kobe Bryant back. He can play over the top. That secondary is still going to be evil. And I can just find another cheaper Josh Jobe, like Josh Jobe 2 years ago. That's what I'm after.
Yep. You are in the Sportsocracy. It's ESPN Asheville. 2026 free agency or NFL offseason power rankings are as thus. You can go back and catch them on the YouTubes or on the podcast. It will be our final episode until next Tuesday here in the Sportsocracy on ESPN Asheville. Follow the social medias for more Draftmas season content, as Jeremy still having the nose to the grindstone, making sure that he does all the nerdy work so that we don't have to. That's how he likes it. Down and nerdy.
I'm a nerdyman. I am a nerdyman.
Mm-hmm. We will be back with you, like I said, on Tuesday here on ESPN Asheville, 92.9 FM, 880 AM, 1400. Hey, happy Mardi Gras, everybody.
ESPN Asheville, your mountain weather forecast.
Good push now, sunshine and a beautiful afternoon. Got to remind ourselves on days like this in early February that it's early February. Sunny 68, tonight 45, maybe a little rain after midnight. Chance of rain early tomorrow, then some sunshine, breezy 55. Thursday, mostly sunny near 50. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stajan.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals at $4, $6, and $8. The new Biggie Deals are bigger and biggier than ever. For a pretty biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, nice. Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Looking for a career with stability and purpose? NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring correctional officers statewide with benefits, paid vacation, and opportunities to grow within the field. Learn more. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is... You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
Most people out here think that taking care of one another is important. And most people would step up for a neighbor going through a tough time. Most people around here help out friends and family when they need it. But the funny thing is, most of us won't look for help when we need it. Talk to someone if you're struggling with mental health, because most people out here really care. Find more information at loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
ESPN Asheville, broadcasting from the Ingalls studio at Radio Ranch. Log on to ESPNAVL.com and make us your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app. ESPN Asheville, #1 for sports coverage in the mountains.
This weekend, Bear Smokehouse Barbecue in downtown Asheville has cooked up a big party for Mardi Gras. Friday night, get your whole crew together, especially the kids, for a big screen showing of The Princess and the Frog with popcorn, a s'more station, and a hot cocoa bar. Saturday, it's the Bears Bazaar from 11 to 3 with local vendors, music, and great food. And then Sunday, rise and shine with breakfast specials and live music before the Mardi Gras parade. Mardi Gras weekend at Bears Smokehouse Barbecue, downtown Asheville. More details at bearsbbq.com.
Selling your home? Don't settle for average. Our real estate team at Clarissa Sells WNC and eXp Realty offers Zillow Showcase, an exclusive AI-powered listing experience available to just the top 10% of all listings in our area. With immersive media, cutting-edge design, and elevated marketing, Showcase listings, they go pending quicker and sell for up to $9,000 more than standard listings. Ready to stand out in a crowded market? Give our team a call today, 828-774-6343, because your home deserves the spotlight.
Every weekday, this is what you'll sound like after winning $1,000 in bonus bucks.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, nice. Get ready to win right here.
Win $1,000 on ESPN Asheville.
Explore a career as a correctional officer. NC Department of Adult Correction is hiring with state benefits and paid vacation. Becoming a correctional officer can be a rewarding first step along a public safety career. Visit dac.nc.gov/cojobs.
Good morning, guys. I just want to warn you, traffic is tough out there.
We are here for you to tell you how to keep safe.
Everybody who is listening needs to take cover as soon as they can.
To provide the music, talk, and sports you love. And to deliver the news that matters to you. We are the voices you can trust. We are live and local. We are America's broadcasters. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress you depend on your local radio stations.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to STOP.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
Some kids never smile. They're embarrassed by their crooked teeth. They want braces like the other kids, but their families can't afford them. Some may even try to straighten their teeth themselves. That can make everything worse. Luckily, there's Donated Orthodontic Services, a program from the American Association of Orthodontists. It helps provide orthodontic treatment to kids and teens whose families can't afford it. For kids who apply, are approved, and are matched with a volunteer orthodontist, it can be life-changing. Their treatment is in the hands of an expert, a licensed local orthodontic specialist who improves their smiles by correctly aligning teeth and jaws. Some kids think they'll never smile again, but Donated Orthodontic Services may help them smile with confidence. To link to the application and eligibility requirements, visit aaoinfo.org.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Asheville's #1 sports station, ESPN Asheville, WPEK, W225CJ Fairview, WMXF Waynesville, an iHeart radio station, guaranteed human.